Hey, what's going on, y'all? We back with another episode of And I Stand On It podcast. You know, we got some new ones, we got some regular ones, and we got some late ones. So they're gonna be chiming in a little bit later, man. But as far as the one y'all all know already, what's up with that boy Rail?
Man, they don't know me. They don't know this nigga. They don't know me. They ain't never seen me before in my life. I ain't gonna lie, man.
And they know you. They be like, yeah, he gonna be on the show. And then when you're not on, they ask you where you at. You know?
Nah, without, I'm over here chilling, you know what I mean? I just, I ate already because, sometimes I'll be eating on the show and then, it looked crazy. So I had, I ate some beef stew I made yesterday. You feel me?
Oh, okay. Hey, we got a newbie in the building, man. What's up, Miss Tina? How your night going?
Hey, good. It's good. I'm in the car, ducked off.
Well, when Tupac come on, he probably gonna be in the car too. So watch.
Right.
So you ain't gonna be the only one. Sometimes it sound better in the car. Keep it 100 with you.
Don't tell me. I'll turn this on.
Man. So what we gonna talk about today, man. We're gonna talk about marriages. We're gonna be talking about divorce. We're gonna talk about the roles being reversed now. If the woman was the damn sole provider, the breadwinner, the one that was holding everything down. And when it hit the fan and y'all go y'all separate ways, is that man entitled to half of that, whatever it is, the money, the property, everything. And I also want to talk about, is it biased? Is it only cool when it's the roles is reversed? When the man is sole provider and he got to give out that 50%? But how y'all look at it when it's the other way and that man got his hand out talking about, I need that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to start off with Real first, man. Now, I know Real ain't been married, but I want him to speak in the way of if you were married. Or if you were married and this was to happen to you, man, how would you go about it? Would you expect that goddamn 50%, man? I need half that car. We're going to sell his house and we're going to split this money down the middle. How would you handle it, man?
I feel like it depends on what we gained while we were together, right? So if I came in the picture, if we came in the picture and she had all the money and she was rich or something like that, I wouldn't expect nothing as a man. I wouldn't expect nothing that I ain't come in with. You feel what I mean? Like that. I would really leave it up to her as far as is she okay with what if she says, because it also depends on how you broke up. Now, if I cheated, if it was some infidelity issue, I really don't expect nothing. You know what I mean? I'm not even looking for nothing because I fucked up, right? And then all right, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So I think as the man, if she was the breadwinner and she has the money, I'm just going to bow out gracefully. I ain't going to expect nothing. But like if there's things that we built together or we bought, so we got a house together and we got this house together, then okay, we're going to split the house. You feel what I'm saying? Or if you want to buy me out the house, because the house wasn't on you alone. You know what I mean? That's the things that it's like, all right, we're going to split these differences only because we built this together. But anything that you had before we got together, I don't want nothing. So if I leave with nothing, I'm good with leaving with nothing.
Let's just say she wasn't necessarily rich. She just handled her business and she just, she got her life, a regular life like everybody else. She just more stable because she stayed at her job for a while and she grew within her company and She made more money than you. And she took care of most of the bills and did all that. Would you walk away? If y'all got divorced, would you be willing to walk away? Even if that walk away means, nigga, you ain't got nowhere to go if y'all get divorced. You still gonna let her walk away with 100%, knowing you ain't got no spot to go to?
Well, no like money. I said, if we both was workers, I doubt that. I doubt that she can't. I'm sure that we did everything together. right? Because most couples that even though she might make more, we might still have, because I could have been living in my apartment, she's in hers. We got married, we getting a house together. If that's the case, we splitting. Whatever we did together, we splitting down the middle. That's how I feel. But I'm not expecting any more because she makes more. Just give me my half of what we built together. That's all I want.
Okay, I hear you. Let me go ahead and tap in with you real quick, Miss Tina. What's your opinion on that? Like, as the only woman on the show right now, how do you feel it should be worked out if the woman made more and they go through a divorce? Should it be 50-50 or what's your stance?
Well, yeah, no, I agree with Rel. I mean, if you're renting and then he's renting and then you guys buy a house together, then yeah, split 50-50. However, if there's infidelity, that can get really messy. However, there's situations where the woman owns her house first. The man then moves in to the house. They upgrade to a bigger house, but she's still paying most of the bills because she makes more money. I'm gonna kind of turn it back to Rel. What do you think in that situation? I mean, because in my opinion, you can get what you came with. You can have the cars, you can have some of the assets that we acquired together in the house, but you can't have the house. And I'm not saying
and that's the thing. Exactly. I don't want the house, right? Like I'm like, whatever. All right, even if we got a bigger house and she's paying most of the bills, well then just give me my percent. You know what I'm saying? If we got this house together, you put more into it. Just give me my percent of what I put into it. Buy me out, sell it, whatever. Yeah. But just give me my percent of that's all I'm asking for.
Yeah.
I don't want more. I don't want more. I'm not trying to break the bank. I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
I'm not greedy like that. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, or some vindictive. Now, if she cheats on me, then I feel like you broke the contract between us, so you should suffer from that. That's a different story.
Right.
If you cheated on me,
absolutely,
and I've been loyal to the soil, then you broke our contract.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
So let me ask you this then. I'm gonna ask both of y'all. If the roles was reversed, will we be having this conversation?
Probably not, because it's usually, the man will leave and I have friends that they've divorced and let the woman have everything, and because they make more and the woman doesn't. And so I've seen that situation. And so, I'm like, why? You were making more money at the time. And they were like, exactly. That's why I left him the house.
When I was younger, I was in my early 20s and I got married, and then we got divorced, and I was on that shit like, oh, you can keep everything, man. We in court doing a little divorce thing. Right. And the judge was like asking me, you want anything, this and that. I was like, no, I don't want nothing, because at that time I was going to school, and then she was the breadwinner because that's the agreement we had. Her dad came to us and was like, hey, why don't you quit your job? Because it was just a regular job. Quit your job, go to school. My daughter has a good job right now. She can take care of things. If y'all need help, I can help y'all. You go to school and put yourself in the best position to be able to take care of my daughter for the long haul. So that's the agreement we had. But when we got divorced, they was like, man, I said, I didn't want nothing. You keep it all. That's just material shit. I can always get all that back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So about 30 days went by, and they got real. And them bills still come. The bills don't care about no divorce.
Right.
And you was still going to school, and there wasn't no income really coming in like that. And that goddamn financial aid check don't hit for another 2 months.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But that's when cocky go wrong. And I was like, ooh, and I'm saying at my homeboy house, I said, oh, I should have got something there. When I said keep everything, I didn't keep the house, all the furniture in there, the cars. I'm talking about everything. Because I was on some cocky shit. Like, no, I don't want nothing. I'll get it back. Just watch me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, 30 days later, it got real.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah. No, I mean, if it's because in my opinion, if she's making more and she's paying majority of the bills, and say he stops working and he's out on unemployment, and the mortgage payment is $5,000 a month, and she's paying that $5,000 a month for a good portion of time,
Right.
and then you decide to split, at what point do you you're like, okay, I'm gonna walk away, I'm gonna let you take over the mortgage payment, and I'll take the car, and I'll take my portion of what I got during the marriage and have a great life. You know what I mean? That would be an ideal situation. However, it doesn't, feelings get involved, pride gets involved, and then it becomes messy. You know what I mean? So, and then of course, alimony comes into play, right? And that's a whole nother can of worms that I don't even want to think about.
Say that part.
So that's, I mean, in my opinion, it's, and with the housing prices right now, and with it being up and then down, what if you're upside down in the mortgage? Then what? Then y'all both lose out and you're stuck with nothing,
So
I think what happens too is that the reason why the double standard happens is because the conversation is always that the man is the provider, right? And being that that's usually the conversation is why the woman usually walks away with most of the, most of the, just about all of it sometimes. But I also think too, what also happens is the infidelity part, which tends to happen, that causes the divorce. So why a lot of men lose out is because they broke that contract or whatever. Then a lot of people they don't sign prenuptials, right? So that's another situation that happens. Because honestly, I feel like if I came across a woman and she's rich, I would sign a prenup. To be honest with you, I would sign it. Like if she say, I want, will you sign this prenup? I'm like, yeah, because I'm not really expecting nothing that I ain't come in here with. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like whatever happens while we together, I'm actually going to build something. I may build something and then surpass her. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She just maybe she hit the lotto somehow. You know what I mean? She made the right investment, or her family got XYZ amount of money. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
At what point do we go with the vows that we both make to each other when we say for better or worse? You know what I'm saying? And right now it could be your worst. And that shit divorce, you got to pay up. It's equality, right? Ain't that what the women fought for? Equality?
It's better or worse. And the thing is, I've been married 15 years, and we've gone through better, we've gone through worse, we've gone through worser, and the worst. And there's a point in time where you're just like, you know what, I'm tired of being manipulated, I'm tired of being degraded, whatever, gaslit. And then there's another point to where that person's cheated, but you can't prove it. You have text messages, but you can't prove the actual infidelity. I mean, it's one thing to emotionally cheat, it's another thing in court to actually physically cheat. So at what point do you just throw your hands up and like, okay, I'm over it, I'm done. It's
I've read something that said something about, women will have your back, but most women aren't built to take care of a man long term. Like that's only short-term deal because every woman hits that breaking point after a certain while where she's the kind of sole provider of that relationship.
Yeah.
Do you find that true?
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, the whole 15 years, it's like you try to push to get better income or to move up in the company, because you could start in an entry level and that woman's supposed to encourage you to do better. But when you're constantly combating her and listening to your boys and breaking your body to get average income, but you don't, and you're just stuck in that poverty mentality, the woman will get fed up eventually. And it's like, I'm a hustler. I'm always going to be a hustler. I'm always going to go out and get it. I'm always have multiple sources of income. I expect my partner to do that and more if they can. And I mean, if they can't do more, then do just at least what I can do. And there's nothing that we can't do together. But when you're stuck in that poverty mentality and that other person is, a go-getter, then you constantly clash and you're unequally yoked. So
could the man play the housewife role? Could he play the housewife role? Like how men sometimes could be the go-getter, provider, make a lot of money. He just need the wife just to assist him on the minor shit. Because like they say, a lot of rich men don't want a woman talking about her career. He doesn't care about your career because he make enough money for both of y'all. He just need help with the small shit he can't get to. And could the man just handle the small shit for you? Would that be okay?
That's not a problem. But at the same time, just like a housewife or a stay-at-home mom is expected to take care of the children, keep the house clean, cook, have laundry done, make sure everything around the house is straight, and you're not doing that, you're playing video games all day, and the kids are running crazy and dinner's not cooked, and the wife comes home and her back hurts from making calls or going out to appointments, whatever the case may be, and you just look at her like, oh, you okay, you sit at a desk all day or whatever, you know what I mean, and you just kind of just not attend to her needs, then that's a problem. That's a problem. Now, if you're at home and you got dinner cooked and, the kids are straight, and I don't mind cooking either. I mean, I cook a lot, but, and the wife doesn't have to come home to do anything but just relax and, talk to her dude and, them just bond or whatever, then that's fine. But no woman wants to come home to a messy house after they worked all day and their dude is playing video games. That's just...
Well, I think that goes for both parties. I think no man want to come home and food you on work and food ain't on the table.
Absolutely.
I don't care if you ordered it or you made it.
Yeah.
I think nobody wants to come home to that if the other person's out busting their ass. But and I hate to bring celebrities in it, but this is the only scenario that I know that I could explain, that I could use as an example. Like, I feel like the whole Mary J. Blige and her ex-husband Kendu thing was fucked up because he cheated on her and she's paying him alimony because she was the breadwinner.
That's crazy.
And he took it.
Oh, yeah.
And he took it. And got the chick that he cheated with pregnant.
Yeah.
Kevin Federline was another one. He was another one. But that's because Brittany was bugging. But so I just think that, and the reason why these, I don't respect what Kendu did because he cheated on Mary. So I don't respect it because I'm like, my nigga, like, you cheated and you expect something, like you expect this woman to pay you, is kind of foul. You know what I mean? I think that's cold-hearted. You know what I mean? Because first of all, you were supposed to be her manager. And if you wasn't making enough money as her manager and put nothing away, that just tells me that he wasn't doing what he had to do with his money. Because a real stand-up dude, I'm not going to cheat on the woman and then ask her to pay me alimony. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
That's crazy.
do you guys think everybody should sign a prenup? Not because you got a lot of money, even if you broke. Should you go into a marriage nowadays? Now, everybody sign a prenup, regardless of what your financial status is.
I think so.
I think I would. I think at this point in my life, where the way my mentality is, my prenup would be like, what we build together, we split evenly. If we divorce each other, that's it. If you can't agree to that, because I'm not. You're not taking on my shit. I don't give a fuck. Because first of all, I don't even cheat. So cheating won't even be the problem.
Exactly.
I don't cheat. And I'm not saying this to prove a point. I really don't. None of my exes will tell you that I cheated on them. Because I don't move like that. But I'm not fucking building something and walking away with nothing. Fuck no.
I agree.
I'm not doing that. So whatever is in that contract between us is going to be that we both walk away, whatever we built together. So if I go off and build some shit by myself and you ain't have no input, me and Ben's, we put this business together. I took my bread, and me and Ben's built something together, and you were supportive, but you ain't put nothing in it. Your name ain't on nothing. Right. You're not getting into that. You didn't help me build that. Now, I'm gonna take care of my kids if we got kids together, but you're only getting what you helped be a part of. If you wasn't a part of it, I don't feel. Now you're not walking away with all this shit. I put in all this work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not doing that.
But that goes to my original point. So what if the woman owned the house first? You moved in with her, you helped pay the bills, right? And then there's already equity in the house that she had prior to you even moving in. Y'all sell the house and then put that as a down payment on a bigger house. Now y'all got it together and now you're divorcing.
But
how does that equity play out? Like
that's what I said. But that's what I said earlier. I only want what I came in with. I don't want nothing more. I only want what I came in. What did I come in with? If I ain't putting that, if you put majority of bread in the house, if you put 70%, and I only put 30, just give me my 30.
Hey, it's weird you say that. One of my homegirls, she was with this guy for a while. She bought the house, and he did invest in the house by changing the floors. So that was all he did for years. She took care of everything. Now when it was time when they separated, she's selling the house. He had his hand out talking about they need to split it down the middle. She said, "I bought this house. I paid for the house. Everything. All you did was invest in the floors in the house."
Yeah, no, he's crazy.
But because he invested one thing, he deserved half of the bread.
I hope she got those receipts so she could just pay him out what he paid for.
She said it was easier. She split the money. She said it was easier just to get him gone and get him out of her face. So she ain't got to deal with him again. And she gave him half the money.
Yeah, I'm not expecting.
She better than me.
I'm not greedy like that. I'm not funny like that. Like even like when I made the move from New York to California, I gave all my furniture away. I could have sold my shit. Like I could have sold my furniture. I could have sold my shit to put money in my pocket, even for me coming out here. You know what I mean? I gave all my shit away. I gave away a whole couch and love seat, beds, all that. I gave shit away.
Right.
Because I'm just not greedy like that. Like I don't care. Like, so that's why I'm like, then just give me the floor money back. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all. You know what I mean? What if
that floor money bought more equity to the house?
Whatever that percentage is. Just give me
what if y'all went from dirty carpet to marble floors?
Yeah, so just give me that percentage back.
I mean, honestly, I probably would have done the same thing as she did just to avoid any kind of conflict and just made a clean break rather than it getting messy, because you can always build again. But it's the principle of the thing. Like, why
Let me get your
get all these
perspective on this
done, but then
as a woman. And I want you to be honest. We're not doing this to be political correct.
Right.
Does it bother you if being a woman to date a man that you make more money than?
No.
Or do you not see a problem with that as long as he's contributing fairly?
As long as he's contributing, as long as he's honest, he's faithful, he treats me right, I don't care. It's when all that other stuff starts fading and now I'm just fully taking care of you and taking your shit. I ain't gonna do that.
So why I always hear a lot of women saying, a man, I'm not gonna date no man unless he got to make what I make, if not more. Like, why is that a thing? Like, I don't see men that got a lot of money saying that shit to a lot of broke women.
I think I mean I'm built a little differently. I was raised differently. I was raised by a very confident, independent woman, where she just wanted compatibility and, you know, a partner to do life with. And I'm the same way. I mean, you don't have to make as much as me or more, but at least be able to contribute to where I'm not paying everything. You know what I mean? So, I mean, if I'm making 150 and you're making 80,000 a year, okay, you can still contribute in some way, and you're treating me right, and we have that partnership, that bond. We can have fun together. We go out together. We talk. I'm your confidant. You're my confidant, and we're in each other's circle. Then I'm all good. But when you start going out of that circle, you start manipulating, you start gaslighting, you start putting your friends before your wife, you start doing all the extra shit and making your wife feel like she ain't shit, but just someone there to pay the bills. That's a problem. And that's when
It sound like the man just got comfortable.
But you know, here's another thing too that I think people don't realize, because people always talk about how much this person make, how much that person make. It really don't matter who makes more if the person that makes more doesn't know how to manage it.
It's true. That's
because
true.
The person that makes less may be a better money manager than the person that makes more. So in the end, even though they make more, they can still come out with less because they don't know how to manage it.
Right.
How we get all these millionaire artists, people that go broke? It's mismanagement of money.
Absolutely.
Right. So even though you may make more, I don't know, you got a bag and a shoe fetish.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. Yeah, you make more, but every time I turn around, yeah, you got a big ass walk-in closet, but that shit look like a fucking department store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So just because you making more money don't mean you managing it right. You could be making more money, you ain't investing shit.
Mm-hmm.
You could be making more money and not putting it in the right places.
Or you could be making more money and have to put more towards the bills.
Yeah.
So
do y'all think the marriage is starting to change in this era now? Like it's not about the love no more. Maybe it's about business. It's about who needs help. And once that paperwork is signed, that marriage certificate signed, all that effort they put in to start that relationship goes out the window now. And now you get comfortable and relaxed. You know what I mean?
I think what happens is that people so busy. It's like when a person go get a job and say they ain't never gonna call out and they ain't never gonna be late.
That's when they broke. And they finally get that job. I'm about to work every day. I'm working all the overtime.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't out here kicking it with niggas no more. I'm just gonna work every day.
Yep.
Well, you get two paychecks.
When you go
back to regular program.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happens. So it's the same thing. And I think one of the problems is that people's not being more upfront in the beginning. This is what I'm going through. This is what happened. This because everybody's trying to make this perception that, oh, I'm the greatest person in the world. Nah, listen, I done been through some shit, shorty. I done fucked up the bag. I done tried to invest in this. I got robbed. I got, whatever. Shit happens. You can't accept the shit that the lessons that I learned, right? It's like so that's why it's like dudes will be out here spending 2 months rent to impress somebody, and then month 3 they trying to figure it out. You just spent 2 months. You tried to impress shorty. You spent 2 months because you tried to impress shorty.
Mm-hmm.
And now you get her, and then she gets you get her, and you wined and dined her, you led with money, you gassed it up, and then she gets with you and realizes in month 3, she's sitting there, you done left her at the house, and somebody came and put an eviction notice on your door.
Living above means.
And the crazy part about women, though, is some women, because they don't want no more bodies, they might still rock with you.
That's a
they
whole
might
nother.
still live with you because they don't want no more body. Women don't like a high body count, normal women, not the
That's true.
Not the 304s, so they gonna rock with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, how many dudes, let's be real, how many dudes been locked up, coming out? Shorty's out here working. Look what happened with I hate to, Fred don't like bringing up celebrities, but I just try to talk about what we know. But I'm just saying, look at what happened with Gucci, his lady. She held it down. He came out, she flipped the bag. He flipped the bag, he came out, had something to look forward to. You know what I mean? Like, but here's the problem too. Not all women is doing that neither. Not all women is being that solid neither. Right. So not you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I think that the reason why the double standard happens is though, it's just because it's the way that society has made things, right?
Right.
And society has made things to where the man is supposed to X, Y, Z, and the third. So the same way that people try to say, oh, this ain't back, excuse me. Oh, well, no, people try to run I remember my grandfather, he was out working and he did this, that, and the third, and my grandmother ain't have to do nothing. First of all, that was probably a time where your grandmother couldn't even work.
Right.
They wasn't allowing women to do certain work.
Mm-hmm.
They wasn't allowing
to pay less money, so it wasn't worth it for her not to be home with the kids. To go to no job.
Values have changed.
And I hear that a lot too about the whole oh, I'm a traditional woman because my granddad did this, or my grandmother, or my dad did this. And we such in a new era where women wasn't making a lot of women wasn't working. You could get by back in the day with a one household income and take care of a family, probably a family of 4. We're not in those times no more. Like 2 incomes is mandatory down there. Like when she gave the example earlier, like a woman can make 150 and a dude make 80. In some people's eyes, if you never made it, you might be like, oh, 150 sound good. That's a lot. It might not be a lot to that person to make 150. You don't know what they pay in that state. You got state tax, the cost of living is higher there. You got kids, marriage. The house costs more where she live at. And that shit shrink up real quick. You know what I mean? And you're in a higher tax bracket now. You know what I'm saying? So the shit don't equal out.
Nope.
But I do hate that argument, man, about that whole I'm a traditional person and this and that.
Yeah.
Like, no, we both got it.
This ain't traditional times.
It's not. I mean, you could be a traditional woman as far as supporting your man as far as cooking. And I'm not saying cooking every day and cleaning and doing laundry and everything. Me, myself, I prefer to do laundry because I do it right and I fold correctly. But cooking and all of the other responsibilities, let's do it 50-50. I don't have to do all of it. You don't have to just go out and do the work and I'll stay home and be Molly homemaker. I mean, it's not traditional society. And like Freddie said, I mean, California, for instance, I mean, home prices, even in NorCal, 600,000-700,000 is a decent house. I mean, that's, like I said, a $5,000 mortgage. That's not cheap. You know what I mean? And then you've got SMUD that's gouging. You've got PG, and you know what I mean? You've got other bills and expenses and kids and then sports and all kinds of different stuff. So 150 doesn't stretch at all. Like, I mean, even 230, right? Because if one's making 80 and one's making 150, you're in the higher tax bracket. You got more bills. You know what I mean? And just living expenses in general are higher.
Yeah.
So there's no, as far as going back to traditional, ain't no staying home anymore. There's
Right.
not an
Right.
option. You got to go out and get it.
They said, I saw a thing, New York, for New York City, where I'm from. New York, they said to live comfortably. This is comfortable. This is not rich. This is
Right.
not wealthy. This is comfortable. To live comfortable in New York, you have to be making, one person, you have to be making $180,000 a year to live comfortably in New York City. I can't even tell you 5 people off the top of my head that I know make $180,000 a year by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So even with that, whole traditional thing is crazy because it's like, this ain't traditional times.
Right.
You know what I mean? We are in a time where if you're not rich, stop expecting rich shit. You know what I mean? And then we're in a time too. There's another thing I try to say to, especially to some women too. Some men are very simple men. Not all men want to be rich. Not all men want to be entrepreneurs. Not all men want this big, elaborate life. Some men want just a house that they could come home to. They go to work, they come home, watch their sports, play their game, whatever. Some men want a very simple life. Also, some men, this goes back to money management. Some men, this dude could probably build you a house by himself, but can't manage money. And that's why I say women got to pay attention to the dude they dealing with.
Right.
You may be the one that controls all the money in the house because you're just better at it. That's not his lane. His lane ain't money management. Mm-hmm. But I bet you he could, if you want to change the door in your house, he could do that shit with no problem. You know what I'm saying? If some wiring needs to be done for a light, he could do that. And sometimes I think what people got to pay attention to is like, this ain't his lane. But maybe if I, as a woman that knows how to do this, that, and the third, maybe if I come in, I can help him with that lane. I could get him more jobs or like handy jobs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
I think what you were saying earlier about the being a hustler, I'll find ways to make 2 incomes, and then on the point that Real saying a lot of men aren't that way and guys are different. I think when you hear you saying and him saying that, I think that's why it's real important that two people got to come together, and you two people got to be on the same page, because it's not going to work if you this type A and he's this type B. It's not going to work. But you trying to, what they say, you trying to force a block into a circle hole. You know what I mean? Because you show such an A personality. Like, I'm like this, I want to go get it. Like, I make 150,000, but shit, man, I'm trying to be on this path to make 500,000. And you know what I mean? And some people don't live like that. So then
but
you
if
might
he comes into the picture, Right.
He
But if you say he comes into the picture when you guys first start dating, right? He comes in the picture with that same mentality, right? And then over the years, he gets too comfortable and being, doing that
Right.
grinding and doing, extra jobs or, moving up in a company just isn't his thing anymore. At what point you're like, wait a minute, you bait and switched me. You know what I mean?
It could be comfort. It could be comfort that a man. I'm just gonna go off the woman making more than the man. So we'll stay on that side. It could be comfort that okay, my girl got it, so he feeling like I can relax now. And then you do got some lazy men out there too that don't want to do shit. And what in the little what was it, Mac Dre? You from Northern Cali? Is all on the bitch. That was the verse, right?
Yeah.
So treat my bitch like an ATM card. That's what he said. So, and you do got men like that. But then also on the flip end, you got some, y'all say y'all went into that relationship together. Y'all might have been equally yoked at that time. Maybe some things you were blessed in your life that it allowed you to advance higher and faster than that man. You know what I mean? And then sometimes that happens to people. So I don't want them to look down on their partner either, because you might have just been blessed. You might have just been right place, right time, and he didn't have that opportunity.
Absolutely. And I get it. I get it. I mean, and like I said, he doesn't have to make more than me. Just don't get too comfortable. Be willing to, and then don't get too comfortable and treat your spouse like shit. You know what I mean? You got to keep her number one. If you make, I'm gonna tell you like this with me, if you make 80,000, I'm at 150. But you treat me like the queen, and you're affectionate. We talk. You're honest with me. You don't cheat. You don't entertain other chicks on social media, which is a whole nother subject. You know what I mean? it's then I don't care. Like, I don't mind making more, and still you're the man of the house. I'm still going to treat you as the man of the house, and I'm your backbone. You know what I mean? And I'm going to give you that respect because you're giving me that respect. But when you get too comfortable and you start doing the most and treating me like shit, and I'm still paying all the bills, that's where I'm feeling like you Mac Dre and I'm the ATM card. You know what I mean?
And I get that part of it too, because shout out to my boy Don that be coming on here for some time. Don came on the podcast a couple of times and clearly said, hey, my wife make way more money than me. You know what I'm saying? She got a professional career. He got a job. It's a difference. But in his defense, what I would say is that social media, he ain't on there entertaining no broad.
Exactly.
Every time he came around me, I never heard that man bring up another woman, or I ain't even heard him make comments about another woman. You know what I mean? And when he pull up, he either come by himself or he bring her. He don't put himself in environments where the temptation gonna be there. He's not hanging out in bars. He don't do that shit.
Right.
He'll go to my boy Paul house, watch some sports, have a drink, and he'll go back home and be right back with his wife. So
and that's what's
he ain't gonna fumble that bag.
Yeah.
But that's why I get what you're saying on that end.
And I mean, we gotta think about it too. Like, what if I met you and you was aspiring to be something that would lead you to be making more money, right? Like, what if I met you? Like, what if cooking is my passion, but you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, but cooking is my passion, and let's say I'm not making more than you cooking. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
What am I supposed to like? Am I supposed to be like, oh, well, you're a lawyer and doctor now, so I'm out of here? Nah, like,
no.
I'm doing what I love. And I think that's the other thing too. I think that plays a part too, right?
Right.
If a person's doing what they love and that's what they make money doing, and you just and let's say you're not even doing what you love, you just got a career that makes more than they doing what they love. You can't,
you can't fault that person. No.
Yeah, you can't. That just comes with the territory, right? Like,
absolutely.
oh, well, you're making more because you're doing a career but I'm still doing what I love.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, if you're doing what you love, let's build a brand with that. You know, you love cooking. Let's get you some gigs. Let's try to invest in a restaurant or a food truck or get events. You know, there's always multiple ways to make money with your passion. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and if you're doing it, it's not really work. And if it's something you love, you know what I mean? So
but that's the thing too. That's the thing too, is because, like I said, it could be a situation where they don't want all that. They just love to cook. They don't want the headache of owning a restaurant. They don't want the headache of having a business. They just want wherever they cook at, that's where they go. They're making their bread. It's good money, you know. It's enough that they make it, that they're doing more than just surviving, right? That they have a little financial freedom, and that's all they want. You know what I'm saying?
How long? I was going to ask you, and her being the woman, how long does that last? That you support the man on a venture like that? That's like the lady that's dating the nigga that talking about he a rapper. Nigga, how long are you gonna keep rapping until we gonna live our life at benefit, nigga?
No, why I say the rapper and a chef or cook is different, because as a cook, he could walk into any restaurant and work, right? It's a consistent job. Like cooking is not, he's not trying to open a business. He just likes to cook. So he go work at a restaurant and cook.
It depends on what, I mean, are we talking about Denny's, or are we talking about a 5-star restaurant? I mean,
no, he talking about Olive Garden.
Right.
Nah, I ain't talking about no Olive Garden.
I'm not mad at that, because if you can cook, if your passion's cooking, great. You know,
because let me tell you this
good.
I met a woman. Her job was that she helps restaurants. She helps restaurants when they first open, right?
So my nigga just a cook at Denny's. Talk about that's his passion.
she helps people with their restaurants, like marketing their restaurants when they open. She said she knew a lot of people, she said she knew a few chefs that were on like Food Network and did like the Iron Chef and stuff like that. These guys were great chefs, cook very well. And she said the minute that they opened their restaurant, them having to do all the managerial stuff like buying plates and all this, so they had to focus on the front of the house, and they took their attention away from the back of the house. The food wasn't coming out the same.
Right.
So sometimes some chefs don't like opening restaurants. Like some real chefs don't like opening restaurants only because it takes unless they have a partner that can handle the front of the house, it takes away from the food. So she said that a lot of chefs don't like opening their own restaurants by themselves. Right. If they don't have a partner, they rather not do it. Absolutely. Because it takes away from their food.
And I get it. And most restaurants fail in the first 2 years anyway of opening. Right. So, but my thing is, if you're a chef, you're making good money and you know, you're content with that, it makes you happy, and you're coming home and you're treating me right, and we have that bond still, and that, you know, that where you're not just coming home, going out, having a beer, playing on your game, and then go to bed and just no interaction, then that's a problem. But if you're still attentive to your wife and you know you all still have that bond and you guys still have fun together, then I have no problem with that. Cook away. You know what I mean? And if you want to do more with your cooking, let's figure some stuff out. We don't have to open a restaurant. We can do a couple of events here and there, or private chefs. You know what I mean? If that's what you want to do. But if not, then I'm okay with that.
And let's be real, the way shit is now, if he know how to cook like that, shit, with a phone, you record him cooking and making meals and putting it viral.
That's teamwork.
That's passive income right there.
Exactly.
You know
Let me ask you this. So you say if you make more than a man, and let's say this particular man, does he have any strengths, any hobbies that can generate money?
Yes.
that you can be like, hey, can you possibly do this?
Yes.
And is the motherfucker just lazy and just don't do it?
I think it's more not necessarily lazy, because he's not lazy. It's procrastination. You know what I mean? You can't. Procrastination is it's a lifestyle killer for sure, because I mean, you can't have a passion and you start generating all of this business from this passion, and you don't do it. It's just you have the parts sitting in your garage, or you rather drink a few beers, play your video game, or watch the game, and then go to bed because you're tired. You know what I mean? And it's procrastination. But yeah, there's definitely a skill, very skilled, but procrastination. You know what I mean? And that's where it's. I don't want to say he's lazy because he does other things, but he procrastinates in that area. You know what I mean? He could be making thousands a month from his craft, but procrastination, or and you have the means to do it, you have the space, you have the tools, but you don't utilize them. So
Say lazy leads to divorce. That's what she say on the screen.
I agree, Kenya.
Well, that depends on the couples, because if they both lazy and they both okay and content with being, not doing no extra shit, I think that both of them, some people don't get divorced. Some people just, like being bums together.
Yeah, but both, and also people have different definitions of being lazy too. You know what I mean? Some people might think that if you don't clean a certain way, you're lazy, or some people think that if you don't get out and get it, you're lazy. It's just there's different types of laziness to me. So it's I'm like, okay, if you saying I'm lazy, be specific. What am I lazy in? You know what I mean? And then let me analyze if I'm actually lazy and see if I can correct that real quick. You know what I mean? But
you're right about that, because what's crazy is that, like, when I used to work construction, let me tell you something. I get home from work, I ain't want to do nothing. Like, I had things that I want to do, or things I aspired to do, but working on construction, being up fucking 3-4 in the morning, gotta be to work gotta start work at 7, gotta be there by 6:30 and start at 7, work manual labor all day. By the time I would get home, all the things that I aspired to do, I was just like, I'm beat. I'm out of it. You know what I mean? So sometimes it ain't even that. It's just that something is taken away from the things you actually want to do. Like, you might be doing a job that it's not even that you're lazy. It's just that the job that you're doing, you just don't have the energy, or you don't have nothing left in your body that you just like. And the thing about construction, the motherfuckers, if you don't work OT, or you keep saying you ain't gonna work, they will lay you off.
Yeah,
they will lay you off. They don't like that shit. They don't like no to OT. So,
but see, my thing is, okay, you mentioned construction, so I don't want to step on anyone's toes, but I know a bunch of Mexicans out here that work construction all day, 3, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, get home 5 o'clock at night, and will still be building stuff at home or making sure everything is straight at home. So my question is being tired, is that a cultural thing, or is that just
no
an individual thing? Because I get it being tired, but if you got stuff you got to handle around the house, you know what I mean? At what point are you going to get those things done?
But this is what I'm saying. Like, this is what I'm saying. Yes, if there was things I had to do, right? If the things that I'm saying, the things that you have to do versus the things that you aspire to do.
Yeah, I get it.
Right?
I get it.
Because you got to be honest. Yeah, a lot of those dudes, but a lot of those dudes ain't aspiring to do no other shit.
Right. I
right?
get Mhm.
They getting the shit done out around the house. Yeah, because we got to do what we got to. I live by myself. I got to do what I got to do. The shit got to get done, right? I got to clean. I got to cook. I got to, right? Am I tired as fuck? Yeah. So once I'm working and then do everything I have to do, what's left for me? I don't want to do nothing.
Now let me ask you this, because Kenya made a good point. Will you please your wife after working OT? So say you're tired after a long day at work. Good question, Kenya. You're tired, you just don't really want to be bothered, but you still got kids you got to attend to, and you've got your wife. Now, would you be resentful to your wife if she feels some type of way because you kind of alienate yourself and just separate yourself and just kind of being antisocial with the family, because
No,
now that work trickles
you
into
said
the home?
please your wife. So I
Yeah,
think
she's talking about sex.
yeah, she
Are
talking
you
about
talking about this? I'm not talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Yeah,
She
that
talking
is a
about
big
please your
factor
wife.
She's
too.
talking about sex. We don't kill your mind at.
Let me tell you what I'm gonna do. Let me tell you what I'm gonna do for my wife. I'm gonna just make sure I lay on my back.
Wow.
Go ahead,
Okay.
babe. Do it. Go ahead, babe. Do what you gotta do. I'm gonna just
I
make
may
sure I
be
lay
tired,
on
but
my
he
back.
ain't. Go ahead. Wow.
I'm gonna just
Okay.
make sure. I'm gonna just make sure you wake them up. You do whatever. Have your fun, girl. Ride the rodeo. I'm gonna just sit here and just yeah. Go ahead, girl. Ooh, yeah.
Wow. That's all I could say. Is wow.
I'm just
Yeah,
There you
saying.
go.
I
She's
get
still
it.
getting pleased.
There
Don't
your
y'all
answer.
don't y'all say? Don't y'all say? A lot of women say they like being on top anyway. So I don't know what she's still getting. What she's, you know what I
Look
mean?
what she said to you. Look what she said to you.
As
For
long
real.
as you on your back,
That's it. See, Kenya?
I'm
It works.
done. I'm
It
done.
works. I'm
No.
gonna make sure when I'm laying in the bed with the TV on, I start falling asleep. You was doing what you're doing with the kids. I'm gonna make sure I stayed on the back for you, so that way when you come in the room, you just work your magic, baby.
Okay.
Mm,
Well,
Because that's
mm.
the other thing too, though. I really don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know a lot of dudes that like work and so forth and so on. And these dudes definitely are interactive with their kids after work.
that's good.
You know, because some of the kids is involved in sports, you know, and things like that. Especially
Mm,
dudes that work, a lot of dudes that work construction, they get off at a time to where they will probably get to the kids before the wife. Because
yeah.
most construction, if you're not doing OT, you usually off by 3 o'clock, 2:30,
Right.
3. So if you off by that time, more than likely you dealing with the kids before the wife do.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Hey, so let me ask y'all this: when we was talking about the investment into the marriage, and say it all come to an end, get divorced. Now we get to that split time. Do y'all believe in you split based on who contribute what, or do you split based on commitment and time?
I'm splitting on commitment. I'm splitting on what we. I'm split. Wait, you said what was the first part?
Yeah.
Who put in what?
No, contribution of what, who paid what, or commitment and time.
It's contribution if there was no infidelity.
But again, what can you prove? It's based on what you can prove on the
No, if I got
infidelity.
hard proof that you cheated, like if the reason I'm leaving you is because you cheated on me, and I know you cheated on me, you might have to suffer.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. My thing is there's different circumstances that come into play when you're trying to divide assets. For one, if you're trying to sell the house and you're upside down in the home, you're not getting anything. Both y'all going to walk away with nothing. You know
Nothing.
what I mean? And bad credit at that, because now you
Right.
got to do a short sale. You know what I
Right.
mean? If you have equity, but one partner put in more than the other, then I say a percentage should go towards that person that put in more. You know what I mean? Kids, if it's more cohesive for the child to stay in the home because of school, because of stability, mental well-being, then y'all might have to wait until that child is out of school, and you know, and then divide the assets and hope that your home has equity in it to where y'all can both walk away. You know what I mean? And involving the courts is a bad idea because now the white man in your business, you know what I mean? And so, and they get to decide what you get, what he gets, and they don't care. You know what I mean? It's whatever they feel like should happen. And in California, that's a whole nother situation. It's community property. So whatever you own, I could have owned the house like I owned the house before we got married, but now it's our house. So now I have to pay you 50-50. It's not an option anymore. You know what I mean? So I think that there's different things that come into play. I'm not a vindictive person. I'm not, a greedy person, but my best interest is for whatever's good for my child at the moment. You know what I mean? So
It
that's
sounds like
what
it
I'm
might be
looking at.
cheaper to keep them.
And that's the situation, is it cheaper to and I see here lots of guys say it's cheaper to keep her. You know what I mean? So but then your mental well-being is on, is on the barbecue. So, I mean, do you sacrifice your mental well-being for your child? I have for many years. You know what I mean? So but at a point in time, you're just like, I'm over it. Let's figure out something that's cohesive for both of us until our child graduates. Then we sell. You can have 50-50, and that's fine. But at least, let's make sure that this is good to go for our child. You know what I mean? And that he's stable.
How long you got to
Or
wait on
she.
that? When does the child graduate? 5 years from now?
4.
Whew, that's a long time.
Yeah.
That's and I'm not saying you, but I'm saying is any woman, period. If you feeling like that, that's a long time to put on
And if you
hold and
got
wait.
younger kids,
And you're going to be miserable.
If you got younger kids, then you really screwed. You might as well just cut your losses and take that hit. But in a situation where, the situation where you have the means of paying the mortgage yourself without their help, you know what I mean? Most men's ego wouldn't let you keep the house or take over the mortgage payment. You know what I mean? They would want you to suffer too. I mean, as far as in my experience.
Yeah, it's going to be tough because I know even the Sacramento area is expensive. Like I knew, it's sad to say, when I used to live out there, I only knew 3 guys that had their own spot. And I mean, live alone, have your own spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because that's how expensive it is. And then when I went to the Bay Area kept couples together because nobody could leave because nobody can afford to live on their own.
Right. It's true.
Like, when I lived out there, how many women I used to meet, like, no, I'm single. Me and my baby dad, we still live together, but we not together though. And at first, you used to hear me like, man, stop lying. Here we go. And then come to find out, you might be telling the truth because I started finding more and more and more people in that situation. You just didn't have no money to leave unless you meet the new person. Right. And y'all got to click that fast, and maybe y'all could move in together and do it that way. If you think you leaving and he leaving, it wasn't working.
Right.
You got to have that understanding.
Man, I'm telling you right now. I ain't even gonna call them out. It's 2 chicks. I'm telling you right now. I was like, I'm not doing that. They literally can't. They can't listen. They got. Matter of fact, both chicks that both of them. Oh, hold on. If you want to see the show, go on YouTube. I Stand On It podcast on YouTube. Both women, 3 kids, still live with the kid's father because they can't. They can't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? They can't.
But what
Because
if the woman can stand on their own and pay their own bills, but the man can't?
He gonna hit you with the guilt trip.
Yeah.
But you know the crazy part about it is both women that expressed it to me, they both said that they couldn't, that they trying to get out on they couldn't go out on their own. Both women told me, like they told me themselves that they couldn't afford to go out.
I mean, but my thing is why I mean that's, I don't know their situations. I don't know how many kids they have or whatever the case may be. But yeah, rent is expensive. Mortgages are expensive. But what kind of income are you bringing in to where you can't afford that? You know what I mean? I mean, if they have young kids and you have daycare and all that.
But we talking about New York. Well, I'll just tell you about New York.
Oh, yeah, New York. Yeah, that's totally different. I mean,
you need
that's
180,000 to live comfortably by yourself.
Yeah. I mean, but
right?
1-bedroom apartments out here are like, what, $2,000 for a nice one? For a decent one with a washer and dryer and all of that.
Right.
Forget even buying a house.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, no, in New York, unless you okay with living in certain environments, that's the only way you're gonna pay about $1,500. That's the only way you're gonna think. That's the only way you're gonna pay about $1,500, and that $1,500 is gonna be some rodents running around.
Oh no!
Yeah, no, I'm telling you.
That's when you move.
You're gonna come outside your building. It's gonna be some things running around.
You know
what I'm saying? Like, yeah, because that's the only way you're gonna pay 15, and then unless you get like a voucher or something.
That's
but
crazy.
Even if you get a voucher, you know, now that the law even changed, so you can't even stay on Section 8 for too long no more neither. What you got, 2 years now, right? So, and then here's the other crazy part. People won't believe me when I tell you this, but I know this for a fact. You know why you see more men homeless in New York, or you see more men homeless in a lot of places? It's because they don't offer the same things to men that they do with women. They don't offer the same things to men that they do with women. So this is why you'll see, there's another reason why you see a dude, his bread messed up. You'll see him shacked up with a woman. She got that house in the peas, and he shacked up with her because, you know what I mean? Struggle is real, right?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So, listen, because we got
done. Hey. The cost of living high. You broke up or you got divorced, either or. You better not have child support too coming out your check. As a man, you getting beat up.
Yeah,
you done. Then that turns into you're an absentee father. Nah, he don't have no money, and if you do get a spot, it's probably in the area that he don't feel safe that he want his kid to even come visit him at. You know what I mean? A lot of that shit play a part.
Right.
Yeah. I agree.
You know?
Right.
Yeah, I've been blessed that I'm not in that situation. I thank God for that I'm highly favored. But yeah, there are people in that situation. I feel bad for them. I mean, it's just, at what point do you say, you know, I'm just going to leave this area, move to a different spot and just start over? You know what I mean? Drive, just get out. I mean,
if you could speak for all women and you say, okay, for all the women out there that make more money than a man, what all would a woman want from a man if he couldn't bring the finances to the table?
Honesty.
And I'm not saying zero finances, you know what I mean? Just
right. No, I get it. Honesty is number one. Companionship, a personality, affectionate. My main thing is honesty, being affectionate, and us being each other's confidant. You know what I mean? If women have that women are emotional beings, right? So if we have that emotional need being met, There's nothing that we won't do for a man. Nothing. And we want to be heard. We want affection, and we want someone who we can trust. You know what I mean? And we want to be comfortable around them. We want to be comfortable to be ourselves and have conversations. If I got a goofy laugh, I want you to laugh with me. If I want to be goofy with me. You know what I mean? I don't want for you to be in your phone and me wonder, are you texting the next bitch? You know what I mean? That trust is number one for all women. For me, I mean, I'm assuming all women as well. I mean, because who wants, and men too. I mean, who wants a woman or a man that they can't trust? You know what I mean? So that's what I would say. And the income
Man gave you all that, but he didn't have no money to give. Does that wear everything you ask for? Does that wear off?
I mean, you've got to have some sort of drive as well. So drive and not being lazy. Let me add drive in there. I mean, if you have drive, a woman can make shit happen out of nothing. You just got to have the gumption and the want to. You know what I mean? And if you have that support from a good woman and you guys both trust each other, ain't nothing y'all can't do. That's, in my opinion, there's nothing that you can't accomplish. You know what I mean? But you've got to be willing to open yourself and be vulnerable to a woman who knows what she's talking about. I'm not talking about no hood rat or some bitch that don't really know what she's talking about. She's just talking out the side of her neck. I'm talking about a woman who is doing for herself and has that confidence and that mentality that can elevate you as well. And you guys elevate each other. So, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think too, the thing about it is too, like even me, right? And this is why I can't deal with no woman. This is why I can't deal with a woman that's jealous. I can't deal with no woman that's jealous because I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Because most of the largest amounts of money I made is with women.
That's where trust comes in. If she trusts you, it don't matter.
Yeah, the most amount of money I made is with women, or opportunities that women like, yo, Rel, even like I drove this artist on the tour. That came from a friend of mine. She hit me up like, yo, Rel, I know this dude, he looking for a driver to drive this artist on the tour.
Mm-hmm.
I said, word? 10-city tour. They paying for everything. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm like, yeah, at the end of the day, I always know that I can make money with women. I always know that women sometimes might see something that I don't see. You know what I mean? Sometimes I could collab with I've collabed with women, and you know what I mean? So for me, I don't never have a problem with that. I think that's the hardest part for me with dating sometimes, is because I'm like, yo, these women are gonna be here because some of these women put more money in my pocket than niggas I know.
Nothing wrong with that, as long as your woman that you're with trusts you and you have that open communication. You know.
What's up, boy? We got 80 West in the building, man. What's good with you?
Oh man, same shit, different scoop, man. You know what it is, man. Sorry for my later right. You know,
no, it's all good, man. I know life be life, and so, man, I'm glad you jumped in on this, bro. I'm gonna get your opinion, man. We're gonna bring this level and this spice back up, man. If the lady the breadwinner, man, and you get divorced, do the man deserve half of it? Do we treat this equal?
Absolutely. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. I mean, that's the law, right? Listen, at the end of the day, whoever was taking care of whoever. Now I'm not gonna say I agree with the way that the shit is set up, but at the same time, if that's the rule, that's the rule. It applies when the shit go to us. So why the shit don't apply when it go to them? If especially if that was already established, like everybody accepted that role. You accepted the fact that she was the breadwinner, and she accepted the fact that she made more money than the nigga that she chose to be with, and y'all get into this deep relationship and shit don't work out. You deserve exactly what she deserved. Why would you deserve anything less? You put in the work, you sacrifice. I'm sure if she is doing something to make that much of a significant amount of money, a difference of money, that means it requires her to be gone. It requires her to, miss certain events and things that y'all might have going on and the whole nine. So as a man, we sacrifice shit too. Fuck yeah. I think at the end of the day, anybody who make a sacrifice for anybody should be compensated. Now, what I don't agree with is the way she's set up to where, failed relationships turn into money falls for the other half. I don't think in no circumstances should be like that. But if that's the law, I think the man should be, entitled to just as much as the woman is as well too. Why not? Why not?
Hey.
I mean, we go the whole time of our duration of existence taking care of people and specifically taking care of women. You know what I mean? And there ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, it ain't nothing wrong with that. But there is something wrong with always giving, and never receiving. If it was a playing field like everybody claimed they want the equality, I think the script would be totally different. But these roles are something that people can't get away from. And if you work something with somebody, you building something, you growing on something with somebody, I always believe that it should be everybody. Now, if you're in a position to where you well off, no, my woman wouldn't work for shit if I was in that percentile. If I was, if you $1 billion status and the whole nine, nah, the person my wife wouldn't have to work. You know what I mean? I would expect it to be the same way too. If you a star, you a celebrity status too. Why the fuck I gotta work? Not saying that I wouldn't. Not saying that I wouldn't do my own thing jumping because man, you be a fool not to any goddamn way. But what if I fell on a hard time? You know what I mean? Is she gonna be able to hold it down the whole way through?
Let me ask y'all this. So we got a comment from Jennifer on here, and I think this comment was based on what Rel and Tina were just discussing. And she was saying that when I was asking her if the man didn't have money, what more could he bring to the table then in replace of that? So I guess Jennifer replied back, he has to have some sort of financial stability. Now, say if she raised 2 kids, she's not going to raise a grown man. What do y'all think about, like, when y'all hear comments like that? Like, do y'all agree with it? Do you think it's more than that, or is it, or like, we flip that script? What about when the man got the money and the woman don't have? She might have some, but she don't have really financial stability. Do we say, "Hey, I raised my kids. I'm not raising no grown woman"?
Men don't, and that's the crazy part. That's why I say like that's old school thinking, right? Like, and honestly, let's be real. Let's be real. How many times back in the day did the man go out and make the money, bring the money home, and then the woman manage the money? So these chicks be saying that like I'm not raising no grown man. Some of y'all can't do, some of these chicks can't do shit. Right? They can't even manage the money. Right? And so like to say like, oh yeah, all right, you make more, you the breadwinner, whatever. Listen, if that's what it is, then just don't, okay, you're not going to deal with a man that makes less than you. All right, don't deal with him. But people forget the other part that comes along sometimes with you dealing with somebody that makes more than you. Because then sometimes that man is like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear your mouth.
Right? Making more money doesn't give you the right to treat your spouse.
No, kind of I'm not saying it does, Tina. I'm not saying it does. Right. I'm saying is what a lot of women don't understand is sometimes when they want the man that's making more money and that she's not working and that she's living off of everything that he's doing,
there's got to be some sort of responsibility.
Don't like sometimes what comes with that is a dude when he walk in the door, they don't understand. You also might get the dude that's going to be like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear your mouth. Where's my food?
Yeah.
Why does this house look like this? You out to rabbit ass mouth. Right? Because
absolutely. I agree.
Right. And there's a lot of women that don't even have to Yeah.
That's the same thing what she's saying. It's some sort of financial stability. If they're not working, that goes back to what I was saying. At least make sure the house is clean, make sure, you know what I mean, things are, and vice versa. If the man is working and the woman's at home,
Right.
don't be sitting on your ass watching Days of Our Lives all day
Right.
on repeat or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I know
Right.
that's cliche, but I mean, it is what it is. Make sure the kids, volunteer at the kids' school, be involved. Don't just sit on your ass. Make sure that you're cooking good food for your man when he gets home. Make sure that you're being attentive as well and that you're keeping him first. You know what I mean? Like and that goes both ways. It could be a man making more or being the breadwinner or being the main source of income or the only source of income. And that goes for the woman as well, vice versa.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like I said, if the woman's making all the money and the man is at home, but he's still being attentive to his wife, then there's no friction there. It's good because it's working. It's a cohesive unit. But if one person is doing the work and the other person isn't, then that's when there gets some hiccups going on. And then there's some friction and then there's some resentment. And then you're bottling up something and then you snap and then you go off. You know what I mean? Because you've been bottling it up. So it's.
You know what I say too? Here's another thing that we got to realize. Here's another thing that let's just realize something. Women are running for president. Right?
Yeah.
We are in a time where women are running for president. Kamala became vice president.
Mm-hmm.
First woman vice president. The only person ahead of her in the United States was the president. Her man was below her. You understand? Her husband was technically below her. She's the vice president. So if we're in a time where women are running for president, in certain cases, women might be the lead. This is just what it is right now. So the whole, right? Because we're not talking about a time where women ain't in Congress, women ain't in the Senate, women ain't governors, mayors, right? Vice president. We are in a different time. This ain't 1950 something where the shit was all men.
Right.
This ain't 1930 something where the whole political party, all of everybody in the house, everybody was all men. We're not, this ain't what it is no more.
Yeah.
So there are going to be, what people got to realize is the current state that we're in, there will be women that lead. There will be women that are aspiring to be certain things that will be ahead of men.
But that's their job, though. That's not the house.
No, but I'm saying this. But here's what I'm saying, Tina. If that woman has that same mentality on the job or whatever she's doing, she probably got that same. If you are goddamn Hillary Clinton and you running for president, if that's your mentality to run the United States, if that's your mentality to be the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, if that's your mentality to own a bunch of businesses, you might be taking the lead. Because that means that's a mentality thing. That's the same thing for men. Anyway,
it is, but it's. I think, in my opinion, it's different with every female. Me personally, I'm an alpha female. You know what I mean? But
there's no such thing.
I'm an alpha. Let me explain. Hold on. I'm an alpha female at my job where I run things or whatnot. But when I come home, my husband is the man of the house. I show him that respect. You know what I mean? That's why I said, let me finish.
No, I got you.
I show him that respect because that's my job. I have two different roles. I have a career where I run shit, right? And I do what I do there. And then I come home, and even though I may make more than my husband, I am still submissive as his wife. And when I say submissive, before females come for me, I'm talking about he is the head of the household. And in my mind, because I take it back to biblical. I'm a Christian, you know what I mean? I take it back to where I'm not in old school. I'm if he says some offlandish shit, I'm gonna pop off. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I have his back, and he is the head of the household. He is the protector. You know what I mean? I am his backbone.
The way that the way that you illustrated that though, that was so simplistic and understandable because you said it with confidence. Like the understanding has been lost into some of the translation, and what that actually does is that makes you more powerful in your house as a woman. That's what empowers you as a woman, because you understand the positioning of what role needs to be taken from each individual. You know at your job who you have to be at your job, and then you know who you have to be at home. What he talking about is some women don't know how to turn it off. So what Rel is saying is, if she like that in the world, she the same motherfucker at home running the show. She wear the pants in the fucking relationship.
Yeah, and that's different men. You know, different folks, different shows with different folks. You know what I mean? Every situation is different. Her husband may like that. He may be like, yes, tell me what to do, mama. I'm all for it. You know what I mean? It feels weird to me. Like I wouldn't want my man to be like, whatever you say, I'm no, I'm an alpha female out here. I want an alpha man at home. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to run my household when I'm running all this shit. You know what I mean? You get tired
somebody just put in my comments on TikTok. She said, my aunt is a very powerful woman, has the most supportive partner, and it just works. Yeah, and that's what it is. Because, like I said, some dudes is okay with being Stedman.
Absolutely. And some females are okay with it. If it works, it works. If it works, I'm not knocking it at all.
Yeah, I mean, we can't knock nobody else's situation.
Absolutely not.
And it's me too. Because whatever each dude, to each his own. But I think somewhere the core value and understanding of the significance on why these roles are placed the way that they are. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, because I spoke on this, on plenty of occasions, we got a lot of women that feel the need to be quote unquote alpha females because there is no other alpha dominance figure in their environment, to where, like you said, they have to be this person at work. They have to be the person at home that takes care of everything. And that's the perception. But from a man's perspective, there can't be an alpha female in incorporation with the way that Mother Nature is made, because the man is always supposed to be the alpha. It's not considered a man if it's alpha. You'll never see any primates of any sort, any other mammals on Earth, any other thing else where the woman, the female leads the pack. You'll never see a female wolf lead the pack.
But
you know what I mean?
But there's the queen bee.
There's a queen bee. I mean,
there's the Black Widow.
Well, the Black Widow, she just kills shit. But there's plenty of Black Widows.
That's what I'm just saying is
all bunch of them.
And the praying mantis too. The praying mantis, the female, she kill you when she gets there.
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
So if you notice, all the women positions usually align with them killing somebody or being snapped or on some bullshit. You see how that go? Every time the queen bee, you see how that shit work? The queen bee. Yeah. What's the perception that everybody get at the queen bee? Everybody's always bowing down. She's the most powerful. How tough is that? Well, how tough is that organization if a woman is the most powerful in that organization?
But we you know what happens is what it is, AD. I think that it's personality traits too.
It is. There's definitely personality traits, but okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Women are great at facilitating. Women are great at facilitating shit. Like, so I always use this analogy in my house. My wife is the starting quarterback. She's the starting quarterback, nigga. She's my Patrick Mahomes, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You can't just win with just anybody. You know what I mean? But nigga, I'm Andy Reid, nigga. I'm the head coach. I'm calling the play. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna call the play, but I got confidence in my starting quarterback. She my Tom Brady. I'm Bill Belichick. You understand what I'm saying? So it goes hand in hand. It's just understanding the dynamics of who's doing what. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
In any good relationship, people are efficient in the role that they have, even if it is an unconventional role, so to speak, where
Absolutely.
where like you were talking about earlier about Bill Clinton being on the other end of Hillary. You can kind of tell by looking at them who calls the shots. You feel what I'm saying? You that's almost, you know what I mean? But that ain't real. And I'll say this: women are smarter than dudes, tremendously. You see that even through growth. But I'm gonna say this: I see Ben's ready to boil over there. Let me finish. Let me finish saying what I gotta say. Women are way smarter than men when it comes to direct things. So when a woman knows some shit about some shit, she knows some shit about some shit. Get out of her way, let her work, let her do her thing. The problem is when you got women that think they know every goddamn thing. That's the problem. No, that turns into the problem. You feel what I'm saying? When a woman knows some shit, because a woman take more time to concentrate. Dudes, we be all over the place. We doing this, we doing that, the whole nine. So when a woman really studies some shit, she know what the fuck she doing because she's in tune to whatever the fuck it is she doing. As for with us, we'll know this shit, we'll learn it, but we thinking about 2 and 3 other things while we doing what we doing. Those positions are assets when you trying to run any type of foundational situation. If you notice, a lot of the VPs in a lot of these companies be women because they can facilitate shit. That vice president is a facilitator. That person is there to basically run the show and the dynamics that they bring to the table. You feel what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with a woman being president. The rules change.
I don't agree with that phrase.
Hey, no, he do got a point though. I mean,
there's a lot of women that don't, and I get that. There's a lot of women, but like I said, different strokes with different folks. Me myself, if you treat me the way I need to be treated, and I'm treating you the way you need to be treated, I don't care about the income part. You know what I mean? Like it's fine. You know what I mean? Because it's our income. If we're married, it's our income. But we also have to have that mutual respect for each other. And if I'm not getting that, and it's been many years where I'm not getting that mutual respect, now then I become resentful, and then I'm that bitch. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's I don't. Some women, yes, I agree, because I know women out there that are with, that make more and they don't have respect for their dude. And I'm like, why are you in the situation then? Like, if you don't have that respect and you're degrading him every since, he's probably out there getting it somewhere else then. You know what I mean? Getting that respect somewhere else. And it's just no point in being in that relationship anymore.
You think the money changes women? When the woman get in a position where she makes more money or she start making a lot more money, you think a woman attitude changes?
Anybody. I think that's with anyone. And it's with different people. I don't think money hasn't changed me. I mean, but it's.
I love to give this example.
Okay.
I love to give this example. Let me tell you something. And this is just. I know, because people, especially when I say this, a lot of women love to rebuttal it because they don't really want to hear the harsh truth about themselves sometimes. If you have two people, a man and a woman, both working Wall Street, both making $250,000, $300,000 a year, if that man walks into a McDonald's and the girl behind that register is attractive, that man will holler at her. That man will definitely try to take her up out McDonald's. You take a woman making the same amount, walk into the same McDonald's, and I don't care what celebrity man you think of that you're attractive to, put him behind that register. she's not talking to him. And that's just the pure fact.
Yeah. I mean, I like I said, that's
She
just
may
because
not,
I'm going
she
in
may not, she may not, she may, if he says something slick or makes her, she may want to play with him for a little bit, get her rocks off if that's what she needs, but she's not keeping.
right.
Money
No,
does. I think money and status changes women a lot of times as far as dating goes, more than men. Definitely.
I don't think it. I mean, and I didn't say it changes me, Kenya. By the way, I don't think. I mean, me specifically, I can only talk on me. I can't talk on all women. But money hasn't changed me. I'm still the same person from the heights. You know what I mean? I'm just.
You're not talking to no dude from McDonald's.
I'm not. No, I'm not, because if you're my same age and you're still working at McDonald's, there's a problem. It's not just
I don't care.
There's something.
No. I'm not talking about. No. Listen, I'm not talking about age. Nothing. I'm telling you, men. Because most of the times, all right, let's just say the dude is 25. The girl behind the register is 21. Same thing for the. I'm telling you, you're not talking to him.
I won't. No, you're right. I'm not going to talk to somebody at McDonald's. You're absolutely right, and I don't think it has.
What's wrong with the nigga? What's wrong with the nigga at McDonald's?
No, look, let me put it this way.
He's making an honest living. You see what I'm saying?
That's $20 an hour now. That's not
hey, she said as long as the nigga ain't lazy, he going to work every day.
Yeah, he going to work every day. You know what
that's the exact point I'm making. Because if you put a badass girl in that behind that same register, if you single, me or Benz, we go, no matter what our financial status is, we're hollering.
Yeah.
Shorty bad, we're hollering.
I mean, that's real.
Women are not doing it.
I know a lot of men that would never holler at a chick that worked at McDonald's, but
they lied to you. They capping, because don't listen to them motherfuckers.
Yeah, you know, they may be.
Because if she look good enough,
they gonna holler.
Listen, men they gonna holler. Especially that might be what the nigga say. Let me get you up out of here.
Yep. I know that's what I would have said.
They will say that. Or you two,
exactly what I would have been my line. You look too good to be a Mickey D's off the rip.
You know what I'm saying? No woman is going to say to that man, "Let me get you up out of here."
Now, I can't argue with that, because I'm not hollering at no dude I don't holler at dudes, period. But I'm not hollering at no dude at McDonald's. That's not gonna happen. I mean, like, you're cute. You know, you're cute, but that's it.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. Women. That's why I said money changes women.
If I met
money
him
changes women more than men.
We mesh, then I'll be like, "Oh, you work at McDonald's? Are you the manager at McDonald's?"
She tried to be nice.
It don't even matter if he's the manager. It don't matter unless he's the regional manager unless he's the regional manager or the district manager. You're not talking to him.
Yeah.
I don't like the smell of those fries, the grease anyway. So no. I worked at McDonald's when I was 16. A grown man working at McDonald's anyway. I'm sorry.
No, somebody wrote in the comments. Okay, but ask her if she meets someone that's knowing where they work and they have an amazing connection, not knowing where they work and they're having an amazing connection, and then finds out they work at McDonald's. Then
that's what I was saying. If we got a good connection and then I find out they working at McDonald's, I'm like, what's your
out of here?
Why are you at McDonald's? I got more questions. No, not necessarily, because if we got a good connection, then I'm like, okay,
you got with it. Y'all got together. Everything was vibing. You find out that nigga flip burgers. What is your next move?
What's your aspirations? How long you been there? I've got ass opening.
You know the same questions. Hey,
peel the onion.
How tall are you? What do you do for a living? It's always the same general questions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
He might find you attractive till she tell you what you do, and it's over with.
It's over with. I don't want to hear y'all women on my TikTok live on this. I don't want to hear your fucking mouths. The minute you find out that nigga's a Starbucks barista, you're out of there. Get out of here.
No, because if you have that connection, and this is real shit, I don't bullshit. If we've got a real connection and I ain't even asked what you do, and then I ask what you do, and you say you're a barista at Starbucks. First, I love Starbucks. Can I get that free pound of coffee a week? Second, are you a manager? Do you have aspirations? How long have you been there? You know, are you in school? And this is just putting you through school. I mean, there's different, you peel the onion. You know what I mean? Do you have your own spot? Do you have kids? Are you, you know what I mean?
Probably wasn't even talking to McDonald's.
He got his own spot. He working at Starbucks.
Yo, listen. Yo, Benz, they probably wasn't even talking to niggas in McDonald's when they was in high school.
Actually, I was.
No, hold on. Some of y'all chicks, no. Some of y'all chicks might have talked to him if he worked at McDonald's and that nigga was in college or something. But if he was in the same grade, y'all wasn't talking to the nigga. And some of y'all girls didn't even want to talk to niggas in the same school with you. Y'all was out here talking to niggas older than you.
They was talking to grown ass niggas when we was in junior high school.
Hell yeah, they were.
Because grown ass niggas was coming to pick their ass up from school.
I wasn't.
Junior high school.
No.
He got a car.
He got a car.
Right.
Nigga, we 13. Nigga, we 13. How you get picked up by a nigga in the car? We 13.
No, you know what the fuck? You know it's gonna be my new shit now too. That's what I'm gonna start with. I'm gonna be like, I used to be on lettuce. Now I'm on fries.
No. Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, I'm on lettuce, and now I'm on fries, and that's where the big bucks kick in.
That's fucked up.
Look at Kenya talking about she had her own condo at 14.
Damn.
That wasn't no condo. That was a weekly. Stop, nigga. Ain't nobody giving you a condo at no 14. You can't sign no legal contract.
That nigga said a weekly. That nigga.
She said she was emancipated. What you mean? She had her own shit.
That nigga said a weekly.
You better.
But that's my thing. Like y'all, like women. I'm telling you, y'all not talking to y'all are worse. When y'all get money, y'all could definitely be worse than y'all. Don't mind donating. Y'all don't mind a little charity, but y'all not fucking with nobody below a certain level when you got money. That's just the facts. That's just real shit.
Look, this is my and I'm gonna leave it at this. I'm 46 years old. I built a career and hustled my ass off to get where I'm at right now. If I go and I meet somebody and we have a connection and you're my same age or within a 10-year gap even, and you're still working in fast food and you're not management or running it, there's a problem.
I agree.
That's just my opinion.
I agree.
No. I agree to an extent too, Benz. I agree to an extent.
Fast food is meant for teenagers that are building customer service skills.
No. Because a lot of some retirees go there. You know, you see the older women, older men working there, but
older than me.
But hold on, let me explain something. Something too. Entrepreneurship is one of the hardest things to do, right? A lot of people's business.
Hold on.
I knew you was gonna say something about the comment. Go ahead.
Hold on, let me finish real quick. I want to get to that too. So my thing is this: your journey, you may have had a more lucky. Your journey might have been luckier than the next person. Or everybody doing certain things, even people that work for certain companies. A lot of companies, look at everybody, anybody that had a high position in Spirit is done right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shit goes down, shit goes left. People had high positions, people try business, everybody's story ain't a fucking success story or goal at the other side of the rainbow. Some people shit just didn't go. A lot of what do they say? Most millionaires hit millionaires at 50 or above 50.
Yeah,
right?
55 is average. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So just because you've had a certain success or reached a certain level, you just got to hear that person's story. What did you do? Now, if you hear the story and then the nigga just said, I wasn't doing shit. I was just out here, this, that, and the third, and yeah, okay, I get it. But I'm not going to knock a person. I don't know why. How did you get here? Because something brought you here. So how did you get here? Right.
All right. So for
Now,
Pacific
bring
Cali.
that shit back up, Ben.
Yeah. So for Pacific Cali, talking about women don't have to date, bro. Do you absolutely right? You don't got to break, though. You don't got to date broke dude. But you women also need to be realistic with your own financial situation as well. When y'all making it seem like the standard got to be something higher than what the fuck that you're capable of making as well too. Don't start asking for those 6'5" nigga that make 6 figures, and you know damn well you barely getting your Amazon cut, and your 401k ain't even been put in position to even start spending yet. You know what I mean? A lot of times y'all be going up 2 or 3 brackets over, which goddamn well is exceeding your limit. You know what I mean? and living a fictitious goddamn life, thinking that you gonna deserve a nigga worth 6 goddamn figures, and you only get back 4,200 on your little taxes and shit. Nobody want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. It's the same thing for dudes too. We don't gotta date broke women either. We ain't gotta date broke women. You know what I mean? You women, as soon as y'all start talking to a dude, 2 days into the conversation, your light bill is due, and you having a hard time because your insurance is due. Bitch, you was gonna have that problem whether you met me or not. You understand what I'm saying? That's the problem. And everybody want to make it one-sided. For us, we a broke nigga if we don't entertain that fuck shit. But then, if as a woman on her side, shouldn't no nigga be asking no nigga for no woman. Y'all crazy than a motherfucker. Listen here. If it worked for y'all, it worked for us. Same shit like my nigga was saying. The Cardi B shit. Cardi B make more money than Offset. You want to get a divorce, then you pay the alimony.
Offset was making more than Cardi at first.
At first, but nigga, she way surpassed him.
Way
where they
above
are.
that.
Way above that. Way above that nigga. That nigga.
But he taught her game though.
No, he did. And
She
that's
had
all
that hustle mentality before she even met him.
No, he taught her some game.
All I'm saying is this: when they put these bullshit ass laws out, because we all know they're bullshit. Kanye paying $200,000 a month for fucking child support. Ain't no fucking kid on this earth, ain't no family on this earth worth goddamn $200,000 a month, let alone some fucking kids. I got 10 goddamn kids. It ain't never cost no goddamn $200,000 a month. Crazy.
That's crazy.
Twice as much.
Hold on. 80. I want to go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. So all this shit is a sham from the get-go. So motherfuckers can't cry about it now when a woman is the breadwinner and a dude gotta get his due diligence. He gotta get his too. Why he can't get his? Just think about this. I just want to think about something. Just think about what I'm about to tell you. Think about this. Kanye was a fucking billionaire, bro. Kim Kardashian is damn near a billionaire too. She worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Why the fuck does anyone got to give anyone financial support if we part ways and we're both wealthy as fuck? Think about that shit. The system was set up like that. Why do I got these kids ain't gonna miss a beat if my child support was $50,000 a month or $5,000 a month? Because
I want to get back to that because you're getting off that topic.
Okay.
I want to go back to what the fuck she was saying. You know why I have a hard time with that when women, especially, and I'm not trying to disrespect nobody. I'm just telling y'all some real shit. If niggas was out here saying you better be in shape and not bald-headed,
say it. Speak on it.
What if niggas said that? What if dudes was like, oh, the date, you better be in shape. You better not be bald-headed. You better, I don't want all that fake shit. What if dudes said that? And we don't say that. But if we did, that's what equivalent to what y'all saying.
But if you
Because
did say
what
that,
if-
that is your prerogative. That's
No,
so
but because
everybody has a type, and you should apologize for your type, so
Tina, let me finish. No, Tina,
Okay.
let me finish.
All right.
Because women saying, "Oh, dudes better not be broke," and this, that, and the third. Well, then you better look like something when you saying it too.
But why she got to look like
No,
something? Why can't she
so
just
why
say,
he got
"Oh,
it?
you're
So why he
amazing"?
can't? So why you have? Why do we have to measure up to something that you don't have? But y'all don't
She's
got to
not
measure up.
saying physical
No,
aspects.
No.
All I'm
saying-
saying is that all I'm gonna
What
say
I'm
is this.
saying is, women is always telling men, "Oh, y'all got to measure up to this," but women don't have to measure up to shit. So a woman could be unattractive.
That's not true. That's
A
not true.
woman could be unattractive.
That's real talk. That's
Women
real
could
talk.
be
I mean,
unattractive,
it's,
out of
it could
shape.
be. It could
Women
be
could be
strokes.
unattractive, out of shape, telling a man, first of all, if a man had the money, some of these women saying that the dude is not fucking with you.
Yeah.
Man, somebody that gassed up these little gremlins, making them think that they something that they not. I'm dead ass serious. Like
I'm
it ain't got
done.
it. No,
It's the
no.
truth.
Listen, hey, Tina, hear me though, Tina. I'm
I'm
gonna keep it a buck with you.
I'm hearing you.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Yeah.
A high value woman has nothing to do with her looks. You understand? Listen what I'm about to tell you. A high value woman has nothing to do with her looks. That's a bonus. That's a bonus. We talking about the value of an individual. A person shouldn't have an expectation higher than what they are and who they are as a goddamn person. So there's women that fit the criteria that can honestly say, I can only fuck with a man of this status. But that's because the status of who they are, they have to fuck with somebody that complements that. And we all get that and understand that. This isn't directed towards them. This is to them bad wig having ass, you know what I'm saying? Unproportioned ass, you know what I'm saying? Nothing be right on their ass, no money, wearing their homegirl shoes ass, you know what I'm saying? The ones sharing bottles at the goddamn club, doing anything they can to be seen and don't have no value behind their motherfucking self.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? There's women who present themselves like women that are boss bitches that take care of their shit, that ain't nobody even gonna argue when they say what they gotta say, because as a man, we already know when we talk about what she brings to the table, we can tell by looking at her, we know what she brings to the table. There ain't gonna be no question. She's not a woman that's just about, like we talked about earlier, because she make more money is down. Her value is knowing what she does and who she is. Now she fuck with a nigga that compliment that. Now we both pulling up in AMG Benzes. Now we both we taking trips over here. We doing that, and it's not just her man that's able to provide that. She can say, "Hey babe, I'm gonna take you on a trip," or "Hey babe, I just went and got you a new Range Rover as well too." And she's comfortable in that skin because she know the dude that she fuck with can complement that as well. We don't have a problem. We don't have a problem with her. We don't have a problem with her. It's the ones that get on the internet, and because they done seen 1,000 reels saying that a woman got to have a dude with this amount of money, knowing goddamn well that she working Lucky's in the evenings and shit, or she a goddamn security guard for Amazon on the weekend. Shit, trying to tell us what the fuck we supposed to have. You understand what I'm saying?
And then, but 80, but that's what I'm saying. And it's not just about what she do for work or what she got, because it's also like, let's be real. If dudes got money and you look a certain way, they not fucking with you. I don't care
off the rip. So that's what I'm saying. You can't.
You can't make a certain way, and you're not even the level of attraction that his money equates. You can't even have to. Who are you talking to? That you can't. He can't be broke.
Niggas ain't even looking in that direction. So that's what I'm saying. So you got women who have I'm being dead serious. You got women who have the audacity to put a dollar amount on what a man has to make, or some physical features that this man has to make, and this bitch shaped like a goddamn pear driving a goddamn Nissan with a busted headlight in that motherfucker, gears going out, that motherfucking whole shit. I'm just saying, you can't. And the same with a dude. if you know that you can't do nothing to compliment this woman who says she needs X, Y, and Z, and she's obviously, you wasting that woman's time, man.
Yeah.
Don't waste these women's time. It's the same shit. It works both ways, man. Don't
But
waste
here's
that
my
woman's
thing,
time.
80. You know what's the crazy part about here's what be crazy sometimes too. I know plenty of attractive women that date men because they just like the man. Not what he got. Now I got Ben's knows. I have beautiful friends. Some of my homegirls, I promise you, I bring them out. If I show y'all the picture of my going away party in New York, I had dudes coming to me left and right. Well, who's that? Yo, right? These are my homegirls. These are my peoples. Married, got husbands. Are they husbands? Rich? One of my homegirls, she got with her man, fixed his credit. The whole nine. No lie. 80, because she works
his credit.
No, 80. She works at a bank. She works for a bank. She fixed his credit, got his credit right. What they do? End up buying a house. Got married, whole nine. No, hold on. But listen. So what I'm saying is, I know plenty of attractive women that don't have these over exaggerated expectations for men. And when I hear women talking about what men gotta have, I'm just like, well, if you saying men gotta have this, then you better look like what those men are looking for. Because a lot of times, a lot of people aren't, right? You talking about man gotta have 6 figures, 6 feet to the shorty. If you is not out here looking like if you ain't out here looking like Kim, Beyonce, Megan Good, you ain't out here that attractive, and you requiring this. That man, I'ma just let these women know right now. These niggas ain't talking to me.
If your headscarf stink, you shouldn't be telling nobody how much money they should make.
They not talking.
If your body smell like bone water, you shouldn't be telling nobody.
They not talking.
But then you've got it on the opposite spectrum where someone who doesn't have the Barbie picture perfect body, but
they don't need that. They don't need that.
But they have substance. They have substance though, and men don't really look into that or get to know the woman and make sure that she is the whole package.
And that's why they lose. That's why they lose.
The physical aspect, right? But at the same time, women do the same thing. I'm not saying women don't do that, but there's not all women. You can't put all women in that category.
I didn't say all women. I only got a problem with the women that.
Right. There's different women that are willing to do different things. You know what I mean? Like you said, it comes back to where I was saying he may not have a lot, she may, but if it works and you have that mutual respect, I don't have a problem building that man up. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem. Let's reach the goals together. You need to get this done. I've got the skill in this. Let's put it together and make it work. You know what I mean?
I just hate that.
The gremlins, right? You got gremlins out there that want the world but don't have it themselves. But if you have it and you have your shit together, expecting someone to have the same, there's nothing wrong with that. As long as you don't have that same standard. You know what I mean? As long as you're yourself at that standard that you're setting and not above, you can expect more from a man when you don't have what he has. So that's in my.
But my thing is too. Don't expect nothing more from somebody that you can provide for yourself. If you know that you don't go to Chris stations or Roof Chris and all that,
right?
You don't expect that man to take you on no date to no shit that you couldn't pay for your goddamn self.
Yeah,
I'm saying as an expectation.
That's true.
Now, if a man do it for you and you know. At the kind of his heart, and that's the way it ends up working. That's cool, whatever it is. But if you know that your budget is only Applebee's, you can't be expecting a Roof Chris nigga.
Yo,
That
listen,
shit
I'm
just don't-
telling you, my
that
new
shit
shit, my new first day shit, we going to coffee. You
Yeah,
don't
that's
want to
it.
go to coffee?
Starbucks, man.
There's nothing wrong with coffee because you got good coffee. I mean,
It ain't no
who doesn't love
expectations.
coffee? And there's no
Hey.
expectations. You can
No
just talk
expectations.
and get to
Hey.
know each other, and that's where I think a
Hey.
lot of it's missing is people don't ever take a step back
Hey.
and get to know each other. They look
And
at
it-
the outside
and-
appearance
And it
and what
depends
you're
on
wearing or what you're driving, and then it's
Hey.
like, oh shit, what's up?
and it depends on what I want.
Asshole.
This was the results of a coffee date. You see
And
what I'm saying?
listen,
This shit right-
A ring.
this shit-
A ring. Ladies, y'all see that? He
That was
showed the wedding ring and he
result.
said, "This what you get when you go on coffee dates."
That
You
Wait,
get
I
the
got a
ring on your
question.
hand.
I got a
All
question
you
from
real
my
friends
TikTok
back there got
panel.
a gold ring.
I got a question from my
100%.
TikTok panel. They said,
Starbucks.
who do you feel benefits more from the marriage, men or women?
Women. Always.
Always.
Why?
Always. Because
Why
everything
is that?
goes,
Why is that?
because everything goes by default to y'all. If we get
No.
married to
And you go
y'all,
in y'all favor.
listen. If we get married to y'all, no matter what we have, if the relationship don't work, you get half. If
Right.
you guys leave and we got kids, we have to pay child support. If 90%, she spiked your coffee, Wes. You ain't lying. She probably did. And you ain't never lied. That shit, boy. I ain't been right since that damn Starbucks.
Damn.
Hey, no, real
Well,
shit though.
I do.
Hey, so women benefit more because if it don't work out, the courts is in the woman's favor.
No, I disagree because it also
you
depends.
talking about the end of the marriage.
No, yeah, but it depends.
I just mean
on the
through the
state.
course of the marriage.
No,
Just think
because
about
if
it.
the child,
No.
because
I'm
if
talking
the
about
child- no,
in
hold on,
the
because
marriage.
I've heard of certain circumstances that the woman has to pay child support. It's whoever the child stays with most.
That's
And that-
rare though.
California
That's
is not
rare,
a woman
though.
child state. California is whoever has the child predominantly or most of the time, and then they have a calculating system. So it's not all women.
It's
You know what I
still
mean?
tilted. It's still
Everything.
tilted in the woman's favor, and majority of states are women.
Okay, but I'm not talking
It's
about.
tilted more
I'm
in the
not
women's
talking.
favor
But
because we're more
listen.
dirty.
I'm
So-
not talking about the divorce. I'm talking about during the marriage. Who benefits more, men or women?
It all benefits the women. It all benefits the women more than the man. I mean,
Okay.
think about what we're talking.
That's your opinion.
Think about
That's
what we're talking about here. Think about what we're talking about here. It's a rare, and I'm not saying it to be shade. What I'm saying is this: it's a rare occasion that a man is the beneficiary of shit that goes on in the marriage. The woman gets everything her fucking way. In most marriages, the woman gets her way. The woman, everything is set up the way the woman wants the shit set up. Your house is set up 90% of the time how the woman wants the house set up. The man got to go get that money to go get that goddamn house. But I'll be goddamn if he the one setting anything up in that motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you that now. You see what I'm saying? The majority of the way everything is dictated is catered to the woman. That's why there's so many men.
But
Hold
can I
on,
just
hold
say
on, hold on.
something?
But that's
You
why there's
talking
so
about
many men.
old school traditional ways.
No, I'm talking about nigga right now, 2026. The men's suicide rate is fucking ridiculous. You know what the percentage of the men that commit suicide are married is? You want to know the answer to that? You want to know the answer to that?
But what does that have to do with? But I'm saying
that ain't by coincidence. What I'm saying is men take on the burden of everything that goes wrong. Everything that takes place in that house is on that man's shoulders. Right now, I'm married. Tina, you married, right? You said you married.
Mhm.
If something
Yes.
go wrong, if something go wrong in that house right now, ain't nobody gonna ask what did Tina do. On God, if they lose their car right now, ain't nobody gonna ask what Tina do. What she do? Why? Then nobody's gonna question her. Everybody gonna ask her husband or ask to her, well, what did your husband do? Or what is your husband gonna do about it? Ain't nobody gonna ask her what she
I'm
gonna
gonna be
do.
honest with you.
Ain't nobody gonna put no blame on Tina if they lose their house. They lose their house. Everybody, her family gonna say, well, what did your husband do? How did you guys get to that point?
Well, I think
Everything is gonna be on the man.
I think different, and honestly, and me and Cuzzo had to talk about this because we was just having this we was just conversing about this because we were saying like a couple we know, and we said, what the fuck are they doing? Like it's like it's two of y'all, right? Like Because my thing is, I have a hard time, right? Especially me being by myself for so long and living on my own for so long. My question be like, I don't understand how two able bodies is fucked up out here. So I blame both parties. I'm not just looking at the man, because and that's because of the time we're in. Because I'm
Absolutely.
my thing is,
I hear what you're saying.
because my thing is, I'm sure, just like Tina said, in her household, if her man hits a bump in the road, she got it. Until he until he gets it back in order, that they could go back to 50-50. She could hold it down 100%, right? So what I'm saying is, when I see two people fucked up, I'm not blaming the man and being like, I'm not looking at him. I'm like, what the fuck is y'all doing? Because ain't no way both of y'all should be out here.
I get that, but I get
if I'm gonna blame it on one person, that means I'm gonna blame it on a person because they got a drug habit or something. Somebody ain't no way.
And in that situation, it might be. But I'm gonna tell you like this: as a man, our job is to protect and to secure. So if anything goes wrong, we get the initial blame or the initial go-to. Think about it. Even in the house, when something goes wrong, everybody don't come to mommy and ask, "Mommy, how do we fix this? How do we?" If anything goes wrong, everybody come to dad.
They are. Everybody, if the man is not operating in his role, in certain situations.
He's not a man then, Tina.
Well,
that's not a man. So that's what I'm saying.
The man is not operating his role.
There's a difference between men and males.
Right.
So we're not gonna make him a man just because he's a male. We talking about men and women here. We're not talking about people that ain't doing it, that's not capable of any of that. We're talking about because there's hardships. Hardships happen. Shit happens. We know life be lifing, right? So we're not saying it because one person isn't capable or anything of that nature. What we're saying is, if a hardship takes place and there's a married couple, all eyes are gonna go to the husband.
Right.
And that's the nature of the beast. Because our job is to make sure none of that shit happen.
You're the protector. You are the cover.
But if they know if they
supposed to be the cover, so
but if they know that nigga worked for Spirit and she worked for Delta, they not going. They gonna know. They gonna know.
She got a job and he know that. She got a job and he know that.
Yeah, they know. They know.
Real crazy.
That's how they met. They met working for the airlines, right? Yeah. She worked for Delta. He worked for Spirit. Well then we know what happened.
If she's solid, she go put them on, and they go both be working in Delta.
That part.
That's how it's supposed to go.
Of course. But it might be a waiting list for that, because there's probably there's a thousand other motherfucking spouses trying to get their spouse on the Delta.
As long as she can get me on the list, I'm fucking with her. You feel me?
Right. That's all I ask. I'm just saying, man. That's what I'm saying. They might know. They might not look at him crazy because they know he just lost his job. You know what I'm saying? They know.
Okay. So we'll take your example for what you're saying right now, Real. Oh, that's 100%. That man just lost his job. Everybody know he worked for Spirit. He just lost his job. Okay, so now a month go by. Now 2 months go by. He's still seeking employment. He's trying to figure it out. He out there trying to do what he got to do. He ain't just sitting on his ass playing video games. That man up. He eager. He trying to find something. Now 3 months to went by. Now they're behind on that car note. You understand what I'm saying? Now 4 months go by. He getting ready to find a job, but now they behind on that mortgage. So now they playing a 3 month catch up game that he can't never get caught up in. This shit happens in real life. This shit happens right now.
It does. Absolutely.
In this life right now. So I'm saying. So we talking about a diligent brother who didn't give up. He pushing his. It was an unfortunate situation. He's doing everything he can. We know this is the exact situation. But now they lose the car. Knowing this information that you know right now, guess what everybody is still not going to say? Well, what was Tina doing? No one's going to say that, nigga.
But see,
no
that's
one's
what I
gonna
was
say
gonna
that.
I'm going to say.
If
No
he's
one's
in
gonna.
that situation,
I'm going to
if
say.
he's in that situation and
I'm
he
going to
wants
say.
this job,
No,
look,
I'm going to say.
if he's in
I'm
that
going to say.
situation, then the
I'm
woman,
going to say.
it's up to if
I'm going to
if
say.
I've got the means, I'm gonna go out and get it. I gotta go out and get it. I gotta
No,
double
no,
up the
no.
hours. I
But
gotta
see,
find a side hustle.
no,
He's
but
gotta
listen
find a
what
side hustle.
but
It's
listen,
a
no,
team.
but listen what I'm saying though. You doing everything that you possibly can. You've exhausted all your
Yeah.
options because you're continuously doing what you was already doing,
What was the wife
which was
doing?
providing.
That's what I would be
Exactly.
asking.
But okay, but listen what I'm saying to you though. When the music stopped playing and the car is hooked on the repo truck, you understand what I'm saying? When the car is on the repo truck, ain't nobody gonna be asking what did Tina do. I promise you that. The first thing I'm asking, what was old boy doing? What was going? Because that is the nature. They know the situation and still gonna wonder how did you, as a man, let your family get in that situation? I promise
Because
you.
you got fired
You know,
from the spirit shut down.
and they don't give a fuck. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
That's
man.
not true.
No,
I don't
they
agree.
don't give a.
I think honestly, 80. I know the era that we come from, but I think we are in a different time where everybody's looking at everybody in the household because we're in a time now where both men and women are working. Back in the day when it was just the man going out and working and now he lost the job and they lose the house. I think back then, but I think nowadays, I'm just saying my opinion is I think people are looking at the whole household.
I understand your opinion, but I'm gonna tell you, as a father and as a husband, you are 100% wrong. No matter, no,
because 80, there's no wrong and right. There's no wrong and right because it's a matter of opinion.
It's an opinion.
It's an opinion. That's your opinion.
I'm a wife.
If I call my cousin, if I call her right now and ask her, if I ask her right now, her opinion is the same thing. Tina's opinion is the same thing.
And I am a
so
wife
I'm not
and
wrong.
a mom.
It's a matter of opinion. Your opinion is outdated.
No. It's not an outdated opinion because my situation is relevant to what we're talking about. You're a single man. So if you crash and burn, it don't affect nobody but yourself. If I crash and burn, nigga, it affects my whole goddamn family, nigga. So that makes a fucking difference. So you really talking from you kind of sound like Reflection a little bit right now. You talking left field because you ain't.
I'm not talking
you can't speak for me.
Two people in the house. If it's two people in the house, I'm gonna look at both parties like, what the fuck are y'all doing? It's two of y'all.
I understand that, but you said
that's my opinion.
But you saying that from the opinion.
It don't have nothing to do. It has nothing to do with I'm single. You're not. That don't got shit to do with it. It's my opinion. If I see two people fuck some shit up, I'm asking what the fuck was y'all doing to fuck that up? It don't matter what your status is, bro.
No.
It makes absolutely no fucking sense because
it makes 100%.
My opinion. If I'm looking at two people, if I'm by myself holding down the place and I see two people living in a place in the same environment I'm in, and y'all two motherfuckers fucked up y'all paying the same rent I'm paying, and I'm by myself. Yes, I'm like, how the fuck did both of y'all fuck that up? That's my opinion.
I get what you're saying from that standpoint, but what I'm saying is the overall viewpoint is, as a man, you're not allowed to let your family sink, nigga.
That's your opinion.
That's not your
opinion. That's your opinion.
Fact, nigga.
No, it's not. That's your opinion.
You can't.
That's your opinion.
That's a fact.
That's your opinion.
That's your job as a.
That's your opinion.
To make sure that your family stays afloat, nigga. But you can't speak on that because you've never been in those shoes.
It don't matter. It don't matter what shoes I've been in, nigga. It don't matter what shoes I've been in, nigga. That's your opinion. If I see two people with fucking jobs,
I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm trying to understand how both you motherfuckers living in one apartment with two incomes fucked up this bag.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're
It
saying.
don't got nothing to do with
I get what you're saying.
But that shit ain't got nothing to do with it.
But it does have something to do with it because you're not responsible for nobody else but yourself.
That don't matter. That don't matter. My opinion is if I see two people, if I see two people fuck some shit up, I'm trying to understand how both of y'all fuck this up. I'm not putting it on the man, and I'm not putting it on. I'm putting it on both parties.
But until you're actually in that situation,
it don't matter what it
your opinion is an outside perspective. Your opinion is an outside perspective, though.
It don't matter, though. But it doesn't matter what your circumstances are. Right. It don't matter. Your opinion is
from a
that it
single man.
falls back on the man. That's your opinion. That's your view on it.
It does.
Yeah, that's your opinion. That's your view. My opinion and my view is it falls back on both parties. That's my opinion. That's my view. If both parties fuck some shit up, I'm trying to understand how y'all both fuck this up.
In this
situation, so then what the fuck you say? So then let me ask you a question. So what the fuck you say about two gay men or two lesbians? It's the same. It's two people fucking some shit up. That's why it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That might be different.
That's what I'm saying. It don't matter about the gender.
There's no gender role there. There's no gender role.
Well, there's no gender role there, though.
I'm looking at two people. If I'm paying $2,000 a month by myself, if I'm paying $2,000 a month by myself, and I see even it could be two fucking roommates. I don't give a fuck. With two people in a place, and I'm by myself paying what you paying what y'all paying, and y'all got two incomes.
Okay. Let me ask you a question.
Both
for
interpretation, though. I mean, it could be from both sides. So I'm gonna give me just a quick minute. As a married woman and with children, two individuals in the household, there should be no reason why any of your shit gets repoed because there's two able bodies. I see your point of view. However, I also see your point of view where because the man is supposed to be the covering, how could he allow that shit to happen? So people are going to look to him and be like, how could you let it happen?
That's all I'm saying. That's all. I'm not disagreeing.
Wait, hold on. Third opinion, in my opinion, there should be, if the man loses his job, the woman needs to step up and either push her dude to go out and get it, or she needs to hustle to get it and meet the ends meet. You need to cut off Netflix or cancel cable. There's going to be some adjustments that need to be made within the household because y'all are a team at the end of the day. Doesn't land on just one person. It's a team effort. Okay, so if that fails, both y'all fail. It's not the dude.
Pacific Cali, cut it out because I said two people. I ain't say nothing about no kids. I said two people. So it could be two people in a one-bedroom apartment. She talking about. I ain't say nothing about no kids.
Yeah, she on the shit. Okay, real. Let me ask you a question, real. Real, let me ask you a real question. You know I be talking that shit, but let me ask you a real question. Right now, if your cousin had a dude and she fucking with this nigga and they together, they live together, they doing their thing, they got kids and the whole nine, but she calling you every month, asking you for money, what's the first thing you gonna ask her? Or what's the first thing that's gonna come in your mind? And she got a nigga in the house.
Where your nigga
at? Oh God, I'm just asking.
Here's the thing. So the same thing. But
same thing with the dude.
I'm gonna say the same thing for my male cousin. Yeah. Where the fuck your girl at, nigga? What y'all doing?
No. But what I'm saying to you though, I'm saying with your female cousin asking you to help with anything or any financial situation to help with anything. If her tire get flat and she called you and she got a nigga, what you gonna say?
And I'm going to say that, listen, you talking about something fixed. Let's talk about what you said in the beginning, because now you're moving. No. You said if my cousin called me and asked me for some bread, what's the first thing I'm going to say? Where your nigga at? And I'm going to say the same thing to my male cousin if I know you and your lady work. then I'm gonna be like, what? And I might make more fun of that nigga and be like, what, you was scared to ask your girl, nigga? You blew the bag, didn't you?
Yeah, and that proves my point.
But
Because
I'm gonna talk to the dude because I'm like, why you scared to ask your girl?
But what I'm saying
Kelly
is,
didn't say
back to you,
Your comment, I'm looking at it. A family may need a 3 or 4 bedroom. You said family may need a 3 and 4 bedroom. I said 2 people. So that same 2 people could be living in a 1-bedroom apartment.
Hey, Rel, you just really just proved my point. You said you was gonna go harder on your male cousin because he had to call and ask for assistance. That lets me know right there that you expected more out of him as a man than you are as
I'm not expecting more.
Why are you gonna go harder on him?
More. I'm not going harder. I'm not going harder. I just know that this nigga's calling me because he's scared to ask his lady. Because he probably did some bullshit.
Yeah. Lost the bag.
I know my family. I know if one of my male cousins calling me and not asking his girl, that nigga, what'd you do, nigga? Was you at the fucking strip club? You gambled? What did you do? Because you did something. Because it ain't no other reason why the nigga would be calling me.
So I get what you said, but I think when you are living this experience that we're talking about, it takes a whole nother tone to it. Because I would never leave that on her. You understand what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I'd be goddamn, nigga. That's just how I feel as a man. Like, because I know it's on me as a man. Hold on. I gave you your time. Let me just say this part. I know for a guaranteed fact that if anything takes place, I'm gonna be the person who got to facilitate the correction of it. I know if anything goes awry, it's gonna be on me to make sure that it be what it's supposed to be. As a man, that's the role that you take. I'm not saying that my woman don't have no obligation to make sure what's going on in the whole nine. My woman got degrees and all the shit. She's about to get her goddamn master's degree and all the shit. So she's well on that side of on the educated and taking care of all that. So that's not even an issue. What I'm saying is, if there is any hardships within this household, I feel obligated to make sure that weight is on me and not on anyone else in my fucking family. Because as a man, that's the fucking role that we sign up for. Now, I'm not debating what you're saying. You goddamn right. If we do it, we better be on dope if we getting shit repoed and both of us got good jobs and all the shit, and we getting shit taken in the whole nine. But as a man, nigga, that's your job. Nigga, you couldn't look your kid in the eye, nigga, talking about, oh, nigga, we don't got no car or we getting evicted. I'm telling you that. So what I'm telling you is, from my standpoint, it's not to say it's less or greater than because of my situation. What I'm saying is, when you in this like this, nigga, this is a whole different ball game because everyone is dependent on you. They're dependent on you. Mommy go to work every day and do what she got to do in the whole nine, but nobody is going to come to mommy if the hardship happens. Your family ain't going to look and say, well, what was your wife doing?
Okay, you said that already. You said that already. Now, this is the point I'm making. And God forbid, I don't wish bad on nobody. God forbid, an accident happens. God forbid. You laid up. You can't do shit. She got to hold it down.
And she would. That'd be no problem.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying is. But this is what I'm saying. Okay, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying is. The point I'm making is that, and I'm not even going to say their names, but I'm gonna tell you like this. I seen 2 individuals go to jail. I seen both had their ladies when they went in. Both had their women when they went in.
Yeah.
When one came out, he had to go back to the grind because there wasn't no money. The other one came back, the money was there, and she made that money. She worked that money to work for them.
Yeah.
Good. That's good.
The point I'm making is, is that I'm going.
About Gucci.
We are in a day and age right now. This ain't 1952. This ain't the man go to work and the woman staying home. This
Ain't nobody said that. I didn't say nothing like that.
Let me finish. This is now a time where everybody's working. She's working, he's working, right? So if you manage your money right, y'all should be living comfortably, right?
Let me finish. But you missing.
No, I'm not missing nothing. You're not listening. You're listening to answer. You're not listening to understand. Two people. If I make $100,000 a year by myself, y'all both make $100,000 each, and y'all live together. Two bodies in the same place I'm in, making double what I make. If you fuck that up, I'm looking at both of y'all crazy because in my eyes, how the fuck y'all? That means this is what it tells me is that y'all didn't put nothing aside. Y'all not managing your money right because y'all should be in a way better position than I am as an individual by myself.
So
we are
listen,
on a different time. We are on a different time. All couples ain't traditional. All couples ain't traditional couples no more. Everything is different. So now I look at everybody. Women ask for equality. I'm giving you equality. You and that man live together, and y'all fuck up the house or start losing shit.
That's not. But you're not.
That is my opinion. My opinion is I'm looking at both parties. I'm not putting it solely on the man. I'm not putting it solely on the woman. I'm trying to understand why the fuck both of y'all fucked this up.
Okay. So let me better authorize this because you're making a general statement as if there's in two people that was in a good position fucked it off. That's not what I'm saying. Shit happens in real life. You might have got injured on the job. They only gonna pay you.
No, you're trying to tell me. No, the problem is that you're trying to tell me how I need to look at something.
I let you talk. Can I finish saying what I got to say now? So I can
because
educate
you're going in circles because you're trying to tell me.
You're trying to
tell me how I should do something, and I'm telling you how I view it. You don't like how I view it. I'm sorry.
That's not, but
my view is I'm not blaming the man.
You're rambling, my nigga. You're rambling.
I'm not rambling. I'm telling you, I'm not blaming the man by himself for losing whatever they lost. I'm not blaming the man.
But what I'm saying to you is this. And this is the part you're missing. We're not talking about two people that just fucked off something. In real life, when things take place, things happen. And this is things that take place in relationships. You can be doing well for a good period of time. Downfalls happen. So I'm saying in an unfortunate situation that something happens, your woman is supposed to jump into action. We're not even saying that. What I'm saying is if you get to the point in a misfortune where something takes place and you lose stuff, we're not talking about people who didn't manage their money. We're not talking about people who just fucked off. Shit happens in real life, nigga. So what I'm saying to you is if that situation occurs, the eyes are going to be on the man. And I'm telling you this because that's the way the world views as the protector. That is your job. But it's not an opinion. That's a fact.
You guys are both correct. I mean, you guys both
that was a fact. I would be agreeing with you.
But you can't agree.
What you're basically saying, 80, all you are saying is that the world, you're saying that the whole world is going to blame the man, and I'm sitting here telling you everybody don't think that way. It's clearly obvious everybody don't think that way because you got two people on this panel that don't think that way. I just said I'm not putting it solely on the man. That's my opinion. So I'm telling you is everybody not viewing it how you saying. And that's a fact because even if I'm just 1%, that's not everybody. Everybody,
I get that.
The world we live in now,
I get that what you're saying.
Like
but what you're doing is you're putting something that's obvious on top of something else. What I'm saying morally is where you should be. And I can't expect you to feel that same moral obligation because only a man that's actually in that situation will understand what it was being brought to. That has everything to do with it, because your opinion is based on the outside view. Yes,
no, it does. It don't have everything to do with it.
So you mean to tell me if you was a married man with kids and y'all lost y'all shit, you wouldn't feel responsible for the bulk of everything?
We better both feel fucking responsible. We lost this shit together.
That response lets me know what I'm saying. It's good. You're good with your response.
If me and my wife is not responsible enough, and we was fucking off our money and we blew our money, we both should feel responsible for that shit.
But when I just tell you,
we're both gonna feel responsible.
It wasn't about
responsible.
You gonna just keep talking?
If we don't feel responsible, if at the end of this day,
both of y'all are right.
At the end of the day, she don't feel responsible.
Both of you guys are correct. You guys just keep going.
It's not even about correct. It's just an opinion.
As the protector, they're gonna look to him as if he is.
But that's not the world we live in no more. That's what I'm saying.
That is the world. But that is. But
from your point of view, both the wife. Being that you guys are a team, should not let anything go to the wayside. She's gonna have to step up. It's a team effort. But again, if things fail, it's on the covering of the husband, because he is the protector. He is the head. That's what he's talking about.
That's all I'm
saying. According to what you're saying, you're right. Also, the two as a cohesive unit should be able to cover each other. If my husband is out on disability and he can't work, I'm gonna get a side hustle and get it and make ends work. You know what I mean? Right. But if shit goes all sideways and we just go, it's just what it is, then yes, it's on the covering, because he is the protector. He is supposed to be provider, even though the wife may make more, or vice versa. You know what I mean?
That was all I'm saying. But the problem
that's my daughter, just by the way.
He's coming from a 19-year-old.
And that's my kid, of course, right?
No, but she said was real though. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Real is entitled to his opinion. But what I'm saying is your opinion. These are basically two different worlds that we're talking about, because the world you're talking about is not involved with what it takes to even feel that obligation. So naturally, you wouldn't feel like that because you don't have that obligation.
It don't matter.
It does matter. That has everything to do with it.
That has nothing to do with it.
That has everything
to do with it. That has nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with it.
Hold on. Ben's sitting there laughing, but tell the truth, Ben. What's the truth? Be real. What?
That has our circumstances have nothing to do with what our views on things are. That has nothing to do with it.
He done took Reflections role, boy. He must have got that green mask in there.
That has nothing to do with it.
Okay, I'm not gonna talk about the situation. Real, calm down, nigga. You about to blow a blood vessel, my nigga.
No, because it has nothing to do with what you're saying. Because I'm not married and don't have a, because I'm not married and don't live with my significant other. That has nothing to do with my opinion, or that has nothing to do with my opinion on what you're saying. My opinion.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm asking a question.
My opinion on what you're saying is your point of view is that. Your point of view is that everybody. Your point of view is that. Your point of view is that everybody in the world. Your point of view is that everybody in the world is going to look at the man if they lose the house. That's your point of view. My point of view is everybody's not thinking like that. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, we heard your point hella times.
Let me finish. The point I'm making is everybody in the world is not thinking like that.
Okay, Ben. What's your opinion?
Move forward in time.
Okay, we heard you.
Move forward in time. Some people have moved along with the time. And some people understand that it ain't just the men out here handling everything. Some women actually have more than men out here. Some actually, if you look it up,
for you to put a time on that generation, that lets me know, nigga, you have no clue.
The
nigga, you're the new reflection, nigga. You have no clue, nigga, at all. What we're talking about right now.
The percentage of women with a house is higher than the percentage of men with a house. The percentage of women with a house is higher than the percentage of men with a house. So therefore, in these modern times, my opinion is, I'm not putting it, my opinion is, in today's time, moving forward, I'm not going to put it all on the man if there's two able bodies in the house.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
For the 50th time, we heard you.
We live in a time there's not traditional marriages no more.
We heard you already,
two male marriages, two women marriages. And so we can't even use that rhetoric no more of saying it's all on the man when you got some houses. When we have houses,
this nigga just rambling for no reason. This nigga just rambling. We've already heard that shit. I'm not even. That's not what I'm talking about.
You already heard the corny one shit you say. That's not what I'm saying. You rambling about the same shit, nigga. What you talking about? You ain't talking about shit, nigga. Okay, so yeah, you got a house. So what, nigga? Nigga, if you fucking something happen to you, nigga, if you lose the house, you'll lose the house. It's all about you. It's on you and your wife if you lose the house, nigga. What are you talking about, nigga? Fuck out of here, nigga. That's your opinion, nigga. You can't. If you don't value nobody else's opinion, that's your problem. If you got a problem with other people having an opinion, that's your fucking problem. I can't tell you. If you're not gonna sit here and tell me something is facts when it's not facts, nigga. It's your opinion. It's my opinion. So, nigga, if you can't handle an opinion and you can't have a discussion without talking shit, then don't say fucking nothing, nigga. It's an opinion.
You just keep rambling, nigga.
You're saying the same shit too. You're saying the same shit too. You just said I was rambling, nigga. We heard you. You just said that. You just said that. You just said that. And you just said that. And you just said that. And what? And you just said that. What are you talking about? You repeating yourself, nigga. I hate when people try to say somebody doing shit, they doing the same shit. That's that corny shit. I hate when people do that.
I'm over here eating yogurt.
It's like
everything he talks about. This nigga repeating himself on every podcast. This nigga always repeating himself. Fuck is he talking about?
Why you all in your feelings, nigga? Why you?
Because I don't like when niggas do that, nigga. I don't like when people do corny shit. I don't like when niggas do corny shit. I don't like when corny niggas. I don't like when corny niggas do corny shit. I don't like when corny niggas do corny shit. You repeated yourself. You repeated yourself.
You're emotional.
Hey, I had to put it on mute.
You repeated yourself just as much, nigga. Fuck is you talking on mute? Don't do that. Through the mute. Bozo, fuck out of here.
How did it get through the mute, nigga? How did this nigga talk to the mute? He got the mute off the damn thing.
Ow.
God damn. I gotta do the reflection, nigga. Holla. God damn, nigga. Hey, I pushed the mute button 3 times. That nigga talked through the mute. He knocked the mute button off.
Damn. Yo, boy. Both y'all right.
Hold on, nigga. We trying to get it. God damn. I'm just trying to get a break. Y'all nigga, God damn. All right, shit. I guess the moral of the story is, man, don't let your female fall off. Get your female bread and make her put half her money to the bills. God damn.
Damn.
And if your girl fall off, don't come blame me. It's both our fault. Don't point the finger at me.
Wow.
God damn. Y'all is crazy. Hey, the girl said she's 19. She said she thought y'all was doing it for World Star, man. She said I'm crying.
She said holy rage.
She said holy rage bait, nigga, World Star.
That is my child right there.
God damn.
Take that corny shit.
was just trying to make a
I hate
statement,
that corny
man.
shit.
You feel me?
I hate when people do that corny shit. Niggas always want to say, "Oh, nigga, you was doing the same thing." Fuck out of here. Nigga was doing the same thing. I hate when people do that shit.
Still going, man. It's okay.
I hate
Man.
when
It's
people
okay.
do that
Okay.
shit.
It's all
That
right.
shit
What's
is
the next
corny.
question?
Woo.
You was
okay,
repeating
bro.
yourself too.
It's
All
okay.
right.
It's okay,
Repeating
bro.
yourself too, nigga.
It's okay.
You was
bro.
repeating yourself too, nigga. You was
Calm
What's the
repeating
down,
next
yourself
question?
too.
God
Calm down,
damn.
bro.
We can't get the next question. I wanted Rail to let us know what they
Damn,
said
bro,
on
what,
TikTok.
nigga?
And what's
What
the
fuck,
next
nigga? You
question,
did that
man?
corny.
What's the next question on TikTok, Real?
God, yeah. I want to know what the next question is. Can we get off this question?
Please. I gotta put
God
kids to bed.
damn.
My son is still up.
Whew. This nigga said keep your cap on tight. God damn. Shit. Whew. Well, I ain't got no more question. They
Good combo though.
I ain't even got no more words. They all been used.
Man.
So
I took a lot away from it though. It's good combo though, for sure.
yeah, that was a good convo for 2 hours and 41 minutes. So
My kid
This
kept coming
all
outside like, what are
this
you
all like
doing?
niggas put on LA hats. You feel me? Because when niggas have on New York hats, they ain't talk like this. Now nigga put on a Kendrick Lamar LA hat. This is where we go now. You know what I'm saying? So God damn it. Every time. Ooh, shit.
Oh my.
Ooh, man.
Now this
Now,
nigga straight out of Compton.
wrong for leaving another person if they don't step what? If the breadwinner fall off, are they wrong for leaving the other person if they don't step up? I
If
don't
the
know the answer to
breadwinner
that.
falls off, so if the breadwinner loses their job and the other
Yeah,
person doesn't step up,
yeah.
is the breadwinner wrong for leaving them? What's the breadwinner gonna do if they ain't got no money coming in? They can't leave. They better go out and get it. And then the other person needs to step up and help.
Labor ready.
Labor ready, daily wage pay, daily. Go get
Oh
it.
shit.
Go wait in line at 6 o'clock, just like everybody else, and get it. Get your assignment. Go on and get it.
Yeah. Well, shit. Kenya talking about she gone for the night, everybody. So,
Good night, Kenya.
yeah.
Hey,
She
y'all
said
keep
we
it pleasant,
avoid the
man.
question. If the breadwinner fall off, are they wrong for leaving the other person if they don't step up?
I think it depends on the circumstance.
Yeah,
You
agreed.
know what I mean? It depends on the circumstances. That person diligently trying to do what they can to help support their family, or is that person just sitting back, not putting no investment into what they already have? Obviously, at that point, everybody got to do what's best for them. You feel me?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel let down. Like, damn, if you've been holding it
Yeah.
down for a while, and then you just suddenly fall off and you can't help.
Real
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel some kind of way. I ain't gonna lie.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, shit. Well, it's been 2 hours, 45 minutes. Let's go ahead and sign off, man. It's 10:30. I know it's 12:30 where you at. Out there in
Yes,
Houston.
indeed.
So,
Oh, damn.
Here in Houston. So,
Okay.
well, shit, man. We gonna tune in next time, man. Thank y'all for getting my blood going. That
Right.
shit woke me up. I don't need no coffee because I do got some more work to do. So I'm wide
Yep.
awake now. But shit. Shout out, man, Miss Tina, first time on the show. Appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
Nice meeting you,
Appreciate
Tina.
that. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. Nice
Yep.
meeting you as
All right,
well.
my nigga. Shout out to that boy, Real Holla, man. Appreciate you coming on
They
tonight.
don't call me holler for
That's
nothing.
that's all that nigga did was holler. Nigga, I see where the holler came from, nigga. I didn't even know it was real holler until I heard all the holler that nigga was doing. Now I know what the holler was about. Did your blood rate go down a little bit, my nigga? Let's make sure he's good before we
My
get off
blood rate
live.
always good.
Make sure
Hold
my
it
Shout out
man's
to
right,
that
good.
nigga 80,
Make sure,
man.
make sure
Appreciate
my
you
man's
coming
is
out.
good.
Y'all niggas
You
crazy,
know,
man.
you know I
I'm
gotta
about to
fuck
go
with
in the
real.
shower and go to bed, nigga.
right.
You know I gotta fuck with real, nigga.
All right, y'all.
Y'all be blessed, man. It's always good. It's always good, man. Fucking with y'all. Tap in, man. Let's do another one, man. Y'all know what it is.
I appreciate it, man. Y'all niggas woke it up. Appreciate it.
Already.
All right,
For
y'all.
sure.
So,
All right. See ya.
all right.